Hi Divas, welcome back to Lacuna Chapter 2. Part 2, I mean. Where we last left off was... We had just... I should have washed my body back. We had just accused... Or we were just at the hotel where... Oh, no. Actually, I don't remember. All I remember is that we left off at a train and we were gonna talk to our ex-wife? I don't know. I don't remember what happened before then. So, you know what? Let's just get straight up into it.
A cool breeze cut into the train cart and through the haze of fatigue when the doors opened. I considered visiting Kat, suddenly feeling an urge to inhale the woody, slightly dusty air in our old apartment. Kat had filled it with what she affectionately called real things. She loved leather, cloth, paper, and plants, and hated the clean metallic surfaces at my apartment. Sometimes I did too.
Okay. We're actually gonna check our objectives. So we're walking home and we can talk to Kat. So we are gonna talk to Kat. I believe her house is up here. So let's go ahead and move it. Yep, here we go. Hey, Kat. Oh, hi, Neil. What are you doing here? I just wanted to say hello. I don't think Laura's here, so to you. Really? Who are you? It's nice to see you too. Sorry, I'm just surprised. You want coffee? No thanks. I am actually headed to bed. I'm just coming back from work. It's been a long night. Oh, that's rough. Wait, you didn't have anything to do with that shootout that's all over the news right now, did you? Actually, I did. But it was practically over by the time I got there. Oh, right. So we last left off where we were ambushing the killer, the assassinator of the other mayor, and we got them apprehended because they were trying to... They had took some data from the police department and they were trying to transfer it over, but we caught them in the act. That's what happened. That's what happened. Okay. Oh my god, are you okay? They wouldn't have let me go if I'd caught a bullet. You don't say. I mean, are you emotionally okay? Was I ever? Okay, I get it. You don't want to talk about it. No, it's fine, sorry. I'm okay. Thanks for asking. What was that whole thing about? Nobody seems to know yet. I can't tell you. I can't tell you, but you'll hear it on the news soon enough. Okay. Well, I'm glad you're back in one piece. I have to catch the next train if I don't want to be late for work. But if you still want to talk tonight, we can grab a drink. I'll have to head right back to HQ as soon as I'm no longer a sleep-deprived zombie. But I'd like that. Once things have calmed down a little. I gotta run now. Hold on, one more thing. Laura wants to go to a party at one of her classmates' place tonight. I'm not sure if I should let her. She's only 14. But I feel like she has a hard time connecting with her peers, so this could be a good thing. What do you think? I would say let her go. She needs some autonomy. Let her have some fun. Laura's very mature for her age. I'm sure she'll take care of herself. Hello, thanks for checking in. Hi, Jean. Hope you're doing well. Yeah, you're probably right. I shouldn't be so anxious. Congrats on catching the fuzzy. See you, Neil. Please don't get yourself shot. Okay, period. Okay, now I can head home. Let me get the news. Actually, let me get the news and read. The Giants are talking. The centrist. Okay. While everybody's eyes were trained on Banny and Robertson at the Trading Summit's first day, a few other notable discussions were going on in the background. Most notably, the mining giants Dan Kim from Millex and Abbott Dyson from Dyson Enterprises got together in person for the first time in their lives. Their relationship is tense. While Dyson extracts the majority of Jovia's tellurium, its profits are severely undercut by its status as a colonial entity. By contrast, Millex is not only able to sell its ores directly to places like Femus and New Duran, but it also buys up tellurium from companies like Dyson to resell it at a higher price. The ore prices Gyara pays us have not changed in a long time, while costs steadily increase, Dyson complained in a recent interview with the Jovian Trade Journal. At this rate, we won't be able to turn any profit at all in a few years. Aww. Millex CEO Kim assured that his company would critically examine the situation, but added that the margins are not that big. The idea that we exploit other mining companies based in Jovia is not based in reality. Okay. Whether anything will change between the two companies remains to be seen. However thin they want us to believe their margins to be, it is important to keep in mind that both CEOs are billionaires with a history of underpaying their workers, cutting corners, and initiating mass layoffs whenever their companies have faced financial problems in the past. And that's the news. Hey, wait a minute. Huh? I know you. You're the guy who came to our flat yesterday. You told that old scumbag to leave my sister alone. I did. That was really nice of you, man. Didn't think you uppers would help out a Savian. She left this morning, chasing her dream. I'm glad I could help. I have to get home now. Have a nice day. Sure. Boat and his blessings, man. Thanks. You too. Yeah, I'm glad that happened. What was I gonna say? Yeah, we were in on that conversation that Dyson and the Millex guy were having. OMG, is this that futuristic detective game? It sure is. We're finally back after way too long. No, I don't want any cigarettes. I'm fine. Like, when I tell you this is one of my favorite games already. Yes, I'm sad.
I leaned against the wall. I was so tired in that moment that my reflex of emotional repression whenever I saw Kat didn't seem to work anymore. It hit me with an unusual clarity that, even a decade after it had ended, I hadn't ever fully let go of her. I wasn't sure what to make of it, whether to be happy or to finally push myself to it. I concluded that I would probably just go back to repressing it altogether.
Welcome. Okay. I guess we're gonna go straight to bed. Actually, nope. Hey, Horace. How's it going? Let's go ahead and feed him. Mwah, love you. Okay. Let's see what's gonna happen the next day.
Waking up in the early evening was disorienting. I sat up on my bed and allowed the memories from the previous night to pour back in.
Imagine going to
Vanny's
bed in your
body,
uniform like
the
that.
hotel, Lila, the shootout. I tried to put it all in an order that made sense and got on my way back to work. A hint of the good mood that had overcome me outside of the villa returned. Once again, it stemmed from what had made me join the CDI many years ago. The feeling of doing something instead of taking a back seat and waiting for death. There was a time when a lack of purpose threatened to consume me, lurking underneath meaningless daily routines and self-doubt sabotaging everything I did. Walking among the people outside, I felt even more alienated than usual. It was like they lived in another reality. Many were just getting out of work, looking to do some shopping, meet a friend, have a drink. Maybe I would find my way back to that reality one day. I wanted to, yet at the same time hated the thought of it.
Well, that's not now. You can think about that once we're done with this whole investigations. Okay, actually. Okay. Going to the train. Yes. Hello? Okay. My controls. No news, okay. Uh, not the Blonde Bob Brigade. What? What was that? Hello, fellow citizens. Oh shit. We are the liberators, defenders of progress, freedom, and reason. These values have been integral to our society for centuries. But lately, they have increasingly come under threat. Religious radicals calling themselves the Soviet Front are aiming to establish a theocratic government on Drovia. The Soviet faith is based on superstition and rejects science, to the point where it endangers the lives of everyone under its thumb. We all saw 4 decades ago today what happens when a Soviet state is left to its own devices. Damn, well, damn. We can't let history repeat itself. We demand President Robertson end this madness now. Put a stop to all independence talks and reinstate full Bulgarian rule. We removed the radical Soviet Joseph Banny to get it started. Whoa. If you do not start implementing measures to meet our demands, more Soviet lives will be spent to protect our collective future. The Soviet population on Gyara will be taken hostage until the Gyaran population on Drovia is guaranteed its freedom. We must stand up for them if our government won't. Await our next move within 48 hours. It won't be as silent as the first one. What the fuck? Hello? Hello? Conrad, did you see that? Yeah. It was on all screens across the city. Come to HQ immediately. Where's the train? Where's the train? Now that was something. So this group admitted to killing Joseph Banny. They didn't say their group name. I'm still gonna call them the Blonde Bob Brigade. The BBB alert, right? The Blonde Bob Brigade. Because why are there so many... Why was that lady starting to follow me? I saw all them blonde bobs. I was like, what the fuck is going on? Okay, let's see. What? Oh, there's Conrad. See his minions. Gary, what are you doing out here? Thinking. Strange how the city looks the same as always, as if nothing happened. But it's a good thing, right? Fucking liberators. Ridiculous name. From whom are they liberating us? Oh right, they did say that. Mew and I absorb information from a handful of superstitious lowers. Pathetic bullshit. Every single institution on this planet upholds the freedom of our people and their values. It's not like we're letting some religious fanatics take over the solar system. And somehow, we didn't know anything about those fuckers before everybody else. One more thing we missed. At least we booked the sniper and his associate. They're both being interrogated downstairs. So far, they're not very cooperative. Do we at least know who they are? We scanned them. The sniper is a complete ghost. He got a fake ID right before he checked into that hotel. The other guy is a businessman from Drovia. His name is Abraham Gonzalez. He's the CEO of a company called Power Up, They manufacture titanium-based batteries. Both the guy and his company seem harmless. No criminal record. Strange. Why would someone from Jovia help an anti-Jovian terror organization? I have no clue. What about the woman? Any updates on her? Nothing so far. But we do have another lead. Sato is trying to find out where the announcement was broadcast from earlier. But the most important lead are those two douchebags in our basement. You have a way with words, Conrad. Get down there and see if you can get them to talk. Will do. Did we secure that drive the sniper tried to hand over? Yeah. And what's on it? About that. The chief said the Attorney General seized it. She said that she has to evaluate if we have the required clearance level. Clearance level? The AG. Are you kidding me? That's a crucial piece of evidence. Look at his face. That's the first time I see him show emotion. We need it. I suppose to let us in on it soon. There's no time to waste. We have to assume the next attack is less than 48 hours away. The higher-ups know what they're doing. You think? Let it go, Conrad. Go talk to the chief yourself if you have a problem. And one more thing. There's an article about Gonzalez's company in the news today. You might want to download it and have a look. We back. Hi, over Pixie. Yes. It's been too long with this game. Alright, let's read the news. Power Up battles bankruptcy. NJ Times. New Duran? It's no secret that the Drovia-based Power Up, one of the planet's most important battery producers, has been facing monetary difficulties for several months now. Technological developments over the last few years made titanium the most efficient material to build high-performance batteries, overtaking lithium and others by far when it comes to battery life and weight. However, since Drovia is a Garian colony with no economic autonomy, Power Up doesn't have the rights to buy its titanium directly from the mining companies based on Drovia. The latter are forced to sell the resource to Gyara, which in turn sells the titanium to all companies processing the material, including those on Drovia. In light of this development, it has become increasingly difficult for non-Garian companies to keep prices competitive. This has put Power Up, like many others, in an increasingly difficult spot. It did not come as a surprise, therefore, when its CEO and founder Abraham Gonzalez publicly supported the cause of the Drovian fight for independence last week. As representative of the Association of Drovian Electric Companies, he accompanied Minister Bani on his business trip to Gyara to defend the interests of his industry during the discussions between Drovia and Gyara. Okay. I don't know if I absorbed that fully. We'll go back to that. Where's my office? Where's my office? Where's the map? Go to the basement. Sorry. Talk to the chief. Oh yeah, talk to the chief. And you can rest assured that we know what we are doing. I didn't question that, but that data is one of the most important pieces of evidence we have right now. The Liberators said that their next attack will take place in 48 hours. That's pretty damn soon. We really need to take into account everything we've got if we want to catch those guys in time. I already told you that the contents of that stick won't help you find them. How can you say that? Having a better idea of your enemy's motivations is always important. And you know that. You yourself were director of the CDI for over a decade. Liam, please. I've got a lot on my plate right now. I don't have time to discuss this over and over again. The data is about something that happened during your time at the CDI, isn't it? What are you talking about? I looked at my cell's history and saw which folder that woman navigated to. I don't have the access rights, but I'd really like to know what is in there. There was a lot going on in 1800. Let me be very clear, Liam. I can't work with a chief who doesn't trust my judgment and questions my orders. We've been doing this for a long time, Amelia. I deeply respect everything you have done for the Garian state. But as a CDI chief, I see it as my duty to protect all Garian citizens. And I'm sure that's in your best interest as well. I don't have time for this now. I'll let you know what the next steps are going to be. Good evening, Agent. Oh, shit. Good evening, Chief. Agent Conrad, how can I help you? About that data. About the data on that storage module. Gary told me we didn't have access yet. Yeah, that's correct. I see. I see. I'm getting an important call any second. We can talk later. Well, fuck you. I walked up in there like a child. So... I see. You really just sent me away. Hey, Holloway. I've been told that our guests are eagerly awaiting me. They sure are. I suggest you talk to Gonzalez first. It's the usual rich guy crap with him. He's gonna be surrounded by lawyers in a few hours. At that point, it's gonna be hard to get anywhere out of him. Oh, for fuck's sake. Why is it that people can just buy their way out of here? We're lucky he's from Drovia, so he doesn't have a lawyer here. Yet. But he does have a Drovian lawyer on the line right now who's going to annoy the hell out of you. He's somewhere in space and has a communication delay of about 30 seconds from what? 30 fucking seconds? So if you want answers, you better have a strategy to make him talk quickly. Because you can be sure that lawyer's gonna shoot your questions down once they reach his ears. He's also gonna call you on your bluffs, so be careful. Got it, thanks. What the fuck are we about to do? Sato did some digging and compiled a number of documents that could be useful for your interrogation. First, he gathered some basic information in Gonzalez and put it on the pinboard over there. You can take a look at it with your AR module, okay? Sorry, 1 second. Oop, ad started in a minute, alright. Second, he pulled a list with all incoming and outgoing calls from Gonzalez's phone. I'll send that to your cell. Give it a read. And if you have any more evidence that incriminates our guy, go over it before you go in. I will, thank you. You're welcome. Let me know when you're ready. Okay, before we do that, we gotta take a little ad break. Go ahead and get some stretchings, some water, a snack, and I will be back in 3 minutes. Mwah. welcome back from the ads. Okay, so now it's time to do some investigation times. Okay. It's time to lock in. Okay. Abraham Richard Kenneth Gonzalez. Date of birth 1790. Place of birth New Duran. Single. He's a Saviant faith. And he lives in Jovia, Sector 1. Okay. He's got a degree in engineering at New Duran Elite University Piston College of Engineering and Business. He's a trainee on Jovia. Foundation of Power Up. Okay. And then he's the CDO of Power Up since then. Some basic information on Gonzalez. Anything else? Okay, hold on. Enhancement updates. Beyond body. Dear Mr. Conrad, an update is available for your following body enhancements. Eyes plus, thighs plus, chest plus, thighs plus. Please make sure to download and install the latest firmware. I don't know why that took me out. The next 10 days. Okay. The cell records of Abraham Gonzalez. Okay. At 501. So this was 3 days ago. He got a call. He called. He called anonymous, and he got a call. Okay. Are these numbers the same? This is the same number. Anonymous. That's a different number. That's a different number. This is a different number. Is this the same anonymous? Okay. 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 Which part crap? Talk to Gonzalez first. Okay. Communication delay. Before you go in. Okay. Oh my god. So once I go in to talk to him, it's like, okay. Okay, let's absorb this again. So he got a degree in engineering. 1810, he was in college. And he's a trainee on Jovia 5 years after that. 1820, he started the Foundation of Power Up with a grant for young founders. And he's been the CEO since then. Since 1820. But he started living on Jovia 10 years after that. Okay. Okay. And it's 1840, I believe. Stop. It's 1840, I believe. Yep, 1840. Okay. Oh gosh. Am I ready? I don't know. I feel like I'm missing a lot of stuff. Clues, no. Right. Some basic information. Oh yeah, we eavesdropped. Okay. It's funny going through these logs again. Okay, so I did some digging. And then you can take a look at the list of incoming and outgoing calls. But like, what does this tell me though? I don't know who these people are. Who's anonymous? Okay, you know what? If I fuck up, I fuck up. So, you ready? I guess so. I am. Alright, I'll unlock the door. Good luck. Over here and over here. Get the fuck back down. Are y'all ready? I am not. Hello, Mr. Gonzalez. I'm Agent Conrad. I already talked to your colleagues. I didn't do anything illegal. You don't have a right to keep me here. I'm a citizen of Drovia, and you have no evidence against me. We could keep you here for 24 hours even if we didn't have evidence. But we do. Let's start with your associate. What do you know about Boyd and the data he brought you? Oh, he was the guy behind... Oh, okay, now it's making sense. He's not my associate. I didn't even know he was called Boyd. Listen, Mr. Gonzalez. I know you had a call with him last night. Oh, okay. We have Boyd on record talking about the handover of some data storage module at Joris Plaza. He explicitly said that he called the person he was going to meet at 11 last night. You have an incoming call at that exact time. Okay. Well, fuck. I don't remember. Okay. How about... No. I actually want to absorb this information. Okay, now I'm understanding where we're going with this now. Abraham was the guy, the second guy at the USB drop-off meetup. Boyd was the assassinator of Joseph Banny. Okay, we're gonna do this again. Now that I'm actually absorbing the information. Bear with me, y'all. Bear with me. Okay, right here. Perfect. Okay. Okay. Gary, what are you doing out here? Thinking. Strange how the city looks the same as always, as if nothing happened. But that's a good thing, right? Fucking Liberators. Ridiculous name. From who are they liberating us? From a handful of superstitious lowers? Tuh. Pathetic bullshit. Every single institution on the planet upholds the freedom of our people and their values. It's not like we're letting some religious fanatics take over the solar system. And somehow we didn't know anything about this fuckers before everybody else. One more thing we missed. At least we booked the sniper and his associate. They're both being interrogated downstairs. So far, they're not very cooperative. Do you at least know who they are? We scanned them. The sniper's a complete ghost, so he got a fake ID right before he checked into that hotel. Oh, the other guy is a businessman from Drovia, Abraham Gonzalez. CEO of company, power up, blah 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 blah. Okay. No criminal records. Strange, why would someone from Drovia help an anti-Drovian terror organization? I have no clue. What about the woman? Any updates on her? Nothing so far, but we do have another lead. So I was trying to find out where the announcement was broadcast from earlier, but the most important lead are those two douchebags in our basement. You have a way with words, Conrad. Get down there and see if you can get them to talk. Will do. Did we secure that drive the sniper tried to hand over? Yeah. And what's on it? About that. The chief said the Attorney General seized it. She says she has to evaluate if we have the required clearance level. The AG? Are you kidding me? That's a crucial piece of evidence we need it. I suppose to let us in on it soon. There's no time to waste. We have to assume the next attack is less than 48 hours away. The higher-ups know what they're doing. You think? Let it go, Conrad. Go talk to the chief yourself if you have a problem. And one more thing. There's an article about Gonzalez's company in the news today. Okay, download it. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Let's download that. Let's go talk to the chief again. Okay, Abraham, second guy. So I need to check at the... So that's what the call logs were for. Because they were discussing the meetup. Which I would have remembered if I had watched my VOD back. And you can rest assured that we know what we're doing. I didn't question that, but that data is one of the most important pieces of evidence we have right now. The Liberators said that their next attack will take place in 48 hours. That's pretty damn soon. We really need to take into account everything we've got if you want to catch those guys in time. I already told you that the contents of that stick will help you find them. How can you say that? Having a better idea of your enemy's motivation is always important. And you know that. You yourself were director of the CDI for over a decade. Liam, please, I've got a lot on my plate right now. I don't have time to discuss this over and over again. The data is about something that happened in your time at the CDI, isn't it? What are you talking about? I looked at my cell's history and saw which folder that woman navigated to. I don't have the access rights, but I'd really like to know what's in there. There's a lot going on in 1800. Let me be very clear, Liam. I can't work with a chief who doesn't trust my judgment and questions my orders. We've been doing this for a long time, Emilia. I deeply respect everything you've done for the Garian state, but as the CDI chief, I see it as my duty to protect all Garian citizens. And I'm sure that's in your best interest as well. I don't have time for this now. I'll let you know when the next steps are going to be. Good evening, Agent. Good evening, Chief. Agent Conrad, how can I help you? About that data. About the data on the storage module. Gary told me we didn't have access yet. Yeah, that's correct. I see. I see. I'm getting an important call in a second. We can talk later. Alright, bitch. Okay. So now we're gonna go down to the basement. So... Right, they called about the meetup. Okay. Hey, Holloway, I've been told that our guests are eagerly awaiting me. They sure are. Okay, I'm actually gonna skip this. Got it. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'll send that to your cell. Call logs. So I need to absorb them call logs. Give it a read. And if you have any more evidence that incriminates our guy, go over it before you go in. I will, thank you. You're welcome. Let me know when you're ready. Okay, okay. Power Up Battles bankruptcy. Cause of Jovian fight for independence last week. Right. Call records. Okay, so 11 o'clock, ending. Sorry, 11 o'clock. It was an anonymous call at 11 o'clock last night. Ending an anonymous. Okay, and then later that morning, you got an incoming call from 00. Okay, so anonymous called earlier beforehand at 14. Oh, that was at the first. So probably just disgusting, blah blah blah. And then this is 11 in the morning. 7-9. You got a call from 7-9. Made a call like at 10:55 right beforehand to 299, and then got the call from 11 at the 11 o'clock. Okay. And then this was this morning at the meetup. Okay. This is the same, but this 99 is not the same as this 99. So whoever this person is was not called again. Or maybe, I don't know how fucking phones work. Okay, you ready? As ready as I will be. Alright, I'll unlock the door. Thanks for checking in. Hi, Rose. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Alright. Hello, Mr. Gonzalez. I'm Agent Conrad. I already talked to your colleagues. I didn't do anything illegal. You don't have a right to keep me here. I'm a citizen of Jovia, and you have no evidence against me. We could keep you here for 24 hours, even if we didn't have evidence. But we do. Let's start with your associate. What do you know about Boyd and the data he brought you? He's not my associate. I didn't even know he was called Boyd. Listen, Mr. Gonzalez. I know you had a call with him last night. We have Boyd's own record talking about the handover of some data storage module at George Plaza. He explicitly said that he called the person he was going to meet at 11 last night. You have an incoming call at that exact time from an anonymous number. And you did show up to the meeting at George Plaza this morning. All this proves beyond a reasonable doubt that you have worked with Banny's murderer. Okay, listen. I got paid to fetch the stick. I was just following instructions. Okay. How I'll be lurking? Yes. Yeah, keep an eye out for that golden fuzzy in like 40 minutes or so. I don't know. I had no idea who I was meeting with, and I still don't know what's on that stick. Good evening, Agent Conrad. My name is Jim Miller. I am Mr. Gonzalez's lawyer. Nice to meet you. A team of legal professionals is on its way to advise my client. Until then, he won't answer any of your questions. Who paid you? You heard my lawyer. I'm not supposed to talk to you before my legal team arrives. Listen, Mr. Gonzalez. I've heard your company needs Jovian Telenium. and you support Jovian independence. You publicly stated your support for the Jovian fight for independence. So I'd actually be surprised if you were involved in Banny's assassination. You have the opposite of a motive. Yet here we are. But you still have a chance to clear your name. If you help us crack the case, the public might never learn about your connection to Banny's murderer. Shit, I told you, I didn't know anything. I was contacted anonymously a few weeks ago, shortly after I booked my flight to Gyara. I was told to pick up a storage module here and send its contents out on my way back home. Send it where? They were going to contact me. I have no means of reaching them. Who are they? I really truly don't know. The person who contacted me spoke Jovian, that's all I can say. Wait, so whoever put you up to this is Jovian? Why would they work with an anti-Jovian terror group? I don't know, but I'm 100% sure they were from Jovia. I got paid to do it and not ask questions. My company really needs a cash injection right now. Mr. Gonzalez, I urge you to stop answering questions before your legal team arrives. You are complicating things for yourself and for us. My God, calm down. It's not like I've said anything that incriminates me. But he's right. I'll wait for my legal team to arrive. Fine. No, I got my information. So, how did he go? He doesn't seem to know much, which in itself is interesting. Well, it's more than nothing. Good luck with the other one. He's a tough nut to crack. Hasn't said a single word yet. Not sure if he has an emotional reaction to anything. We know nothing about the guy. He's a complete ghost. If you have any evidence that could be useful, though, you should go over it before you talk to him. Let me know when you're ready. Okay, so this is Boit, quote-unquote Boit, which may or may not be his real name. So we have to go through our logs. Our logs. Hold on. No, logs over here. Liberate old friend about Sheila. No. All the way down here. Nope. Nope. Chief is waiting. Nope. At spot. Nope. Boat thief. Nope. Okay. Where the fuck? Red herring. Entering the harbor. Oh my god. Hotel briefing. Okay. Welcome to Sakura. Hole in the window. Attack drone. Escape from the hotel. In the backyard. Okay. 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 The pianist. Viola. Redheaded with the beard. He shaved it all off, though. We don't even know his real fucking name. I don't know what I'm meant to be looking for. Ugh. You know what? Let's just see. So, you ready? As I'll ever be. I am. Alright, I'll lock the door. Good luck. Talk to Boit. Okay, no, because... Here we go. Man, I think man is Boit. Give the rifle. Zora, okay. Zora is the woman's name. Okay. Listen to me, we don't have much time. Pass by scanner. Okay. Wearing your ID chip. Called the guy you're meeting and told him I was coming instead of you. I think I woke him. Didn't expect him to be sleeping at 11. Oh, okay. So that's where that information was. Are you out of your mind? Know your ID. Okay. George Plaza. Wait, you're 8:30. Boy, you're not making all this up. Okay. Okay. You know what? I think we're ready. See, you fucking bald as shit. Hello, Mr. Boyd. Do you have a last name? Or is that your last name? Alright, Mr. Boyd then. I'm Agent Conrad. You made quite a mess out there. Shooting Joseph Beatty put you at the top of our most wanted list overnight. Your friends just announced their next big project, and you're uniquely qualified to help us get ahead of it. What do you know about the Liberator's plans? Okay, Liberator's plans, okay. Okay, how about this? I'm gonna ask about Zora. What's Zora's role in all this? Zora? That's right, Zora, the woman you met last night. I don't know any Zora, but I know you do. Why did you take that data stick from her? You told her there was a change of plan she didn't know about. Was that true? Or did you trick her into giving you the data? Did you want it for yourself? Or did you want to protect her by going to the handover in her stead? You two seem to care about each other. So I'm sure you want to know how she's doing. How about this? I'll tell you what I know about her, and then tell me what you know about the Liberators. You go first. Alright. You'll be happy to hear that we don't know her whereabouts. She wasn't at George's Plaza when we got you, and for all we know, she's leading a happy criminal existence. It's your turn. Who's behind the Liberators? I don't know. I've never met them. They just paid me. Who paid you? I answered your question. Fair enough. Well, this was fun. Let's do it again sometime. Okay, he also doesn't know a lot. Okay, talk to Saito. Hope we're getting some news on all of them. I don't think so. Where's Saito? Is he out here? Just making sure. Where's Saito? He didn't fucking tell me. Saito! No. Let me check back inside before I go all the way out here. How'd I fucking know? Evening, Neil. Hey, Saito. How's it going? I'm not gonna lie. That video was a little upsetting. I mean, I know that my religion is strange to some people on Gyara, but an anti-Soviet terror group, that's something else. Should I be worried about wearing my scarf in public now? I think those people are idiots, and I'm sure the vast majority of Gyarians agree with me. I know. Hey, I also have some good news. I found out where the Liberators video was broadcast from. It's a company called AdSpot. A company? They own most of the billboards in the city. You want an ad played? You go to them. I took a shot in the dark and checked ongoing police operations in the center. And what do you know? Someone at AdSpot made an emergency call tonight. Apparently, an intruder forced their way into the server room and gained access to a computer. I made contact with the local police department. They sent 2 officers to secure the scene and are waiting for you to come back to come have a look. Fast as lightning, Saito. Great work. Well done. Conrad and I will go to AdSpot and have a look around. We really need to get ahead of this one and prevent another attack. Why don't you follow up on some leads while we're gone? Trace the perp's payment to the hotel, as well as a mysterious transaction to the escorts. And maybe we can find out where the sniper's accomplice got her face changed. Conrad, I'm taking off from the roof. Wanna hitch a ride? You know I don't. Was worth a try. Meet you at AdSpot then. Now I need some fresh air. I'll come with you, Gary. Okay, let's go to the train. Yes. Okay. I would say that's pretty successful. I think I said the right things. Okay. So, intruder, I think that intruder might be Zora. Because, again, we didn't know her whereabouts. she has ample time to go up in there and send that message.
During the train ride, every screen in the city had been playing news reports about the Liberators' announcement. They were the first violent domestic terror group with a political motive in recent Garian history. But there was something else that struck me about them. This wasn't the usual MO of a conservative group trying to maintain the status quo. It felt much more like revolutionaries hoping to effect change by resorting to drastic measures.
Let's go ahead and try to find ad spot. Thank you, Blue Arrow. Oh, here we go. And he seems pretty nervous about his boss. Hey, Conrad. This is Officer Wong, my colleague, Neil Conrad. Thank you for filling me in, officer. We'll take it from here. Conrad, the security guard who called the police and still inside. Let's go talk to him. He was for a security firm named Cox that was contracted by AdSpot to monitor their offices at night. I already informed their CEO, Albert Cox, about the intrusion. Or rather, his secretary. She told me that he's been at a business meal since 1730. Okay? But she said she's asked him to return to the office for questioning soon. First, let's hear what the guard has to say. I'm not panicking. You're being careless. I want you to promise me that you stay home today, okay? Oh, the officers are here. I'll call you back later. Good evening, Mr. Brown. We need to ask you a few questions. Officers, I really don't understand how it happened. I was just getting a coffee in here, and then... I mean, I can't have an eye on all the rooms at the same time, right? It wasn't my fault. Calm down, sir. We're not accusing you of anything. My boss won't be happy at all when he hears about this. Could you tell us what happened from the start? The broadcast began at around 1800. Whatever. Where were you at the time? As I said, I had left my post at the front desk for a short break and was having a coffee in here. I heard the sound of shattering glass and I ran looking for the noise. When I arrived in the server room, I saw the broken window and the video playing on screen. I stopped the broadcast as quickly as I could. It all just took a few seconds. Hold on. They managed to climb in, log into the computer, and start that video within a few seconds. It seems that way. Did you see anyone when you entered the server room? No, it was empty. I went to look outside, but they were already gone. So to be clear, the video could have only played for a few seconds. No more than 10. Well, I'll tell you, it was definitely a lot more than 10 seconds I was out there listening to that message. And if you stop it here, it immediately stops everywhere. Yeah, the screens across the city just mirror the ones in here. Look, my boss will say it's all my fault, but I swear to you, Okay, thank you. That's all for now. Conrad, I'm sending a sheet to your cell. Have a look around and see if you can find out who started that broadcast. Okay. Let me take a little sit. Dating elite. A new message is waiting for you on Dating Elite. Make sure to check it soon. Okay. Started by Brown, Chen, Moore. Oop. Let's figure out who these people are. This must be the computer they used to broadcast the video. It looks like someone smashed the server room window. Can I talk to y'all? If you need any help, I'm here. Sir? Ma'am? Excuse me, Mr. Brown. Anything else you want to know? About tonight. Did you leave the building at any time? Only one time, when I went looking for the intruder, and I came right back. Did anyone enter the building except for you? Just me and whoever started the broadcast. Can I go home soon? My wife's a Saviant, and after that video today... I'm afraid you'll have to stay a little longer and help us find the people behind all this. He's on the apps, right? Like, what the hell? I'd feel better if I was with her. Called her earlier and told her to stay home, but she wouldn't listen. I see. Anything else you want to know? What's your relationship with your boss? Honestly, I can't say he likes me. I think he's been looking for a reason to fire me for a while. I think I only got the job because one of his top men vouched for me. I see. That's all for now. Where are the other people? Hey, Saito, could you do me a favor? Of course, shoot. There's a presence sensor at the entrance of AdSpot's server room. Any chance you could pull its data from around the time the broadcast was started? Give me a sec, I'll check. I got access, but the sensor doesn't store any names. However, I could provide you with a list of every time someone passed through that door around 18 o'clock. Great, that would be helpful. Alright, sending it to you now. Remember that the sensor reacts every time someone uses the door, no matter if they're going in or out. Okay, talk to you later. Okay, look at the data. Entries 1756, 1801, 1802. Okay. Okay. Alright, an ad break is about to start in in like 10 seconds. So I'm gonna try to find some more information after that. But I will be back in 3 minutes. Mwah. Hello, welcome back everybody from the ads. Okay. So, we last saw the presence detector entries. There is entries or exits at 1756, 1801, and 1802. These are very close together. So, this one is most likely the intruder setting up the stuff. And then they left through the window, is what I'm gonna assume. Because Brown entered at 1801, was like, what the fuck is going on? Left through the door at 1802 to go check outside. So, intruder entered through the front door, went through the server room door, set up the stuff, and exited through the window, is what I'm gonna assume. Because Brown said, we can go back by the log. Brown said over here, began around 18, so like literally right then. So he said, I heard the sound of shattering glass and ran looking for the noise. He went into the server room, he saw the broken window and the video playing. So he stopped it. Within a few seconds, but that's not true. No. They went in through this front door. Who though exactly? Let's keep on looking around. Anything else over here? No. Alright, let's check up in this room. Can't I highlight stuff? Oh, yeah. Like, let me make sure I'm not missing anything. More? Who's more? Cox? Would it be started by... Because that's the CEO of the... Hold on. Yeah, Cox is the boss of here we go. Security firm named Cox. Okay. He's been at a business meal since 1730. Okay. What time is it, like, right now? The sheet... No, the email. It doesn't show times. Fuck you. It was probably like 19 or something. Or like 1830 maybe. No, it's probably 19, because this is 1845. Anyways. Can I check? Oh, here. Oh, here we go. Security information. This is an AFIS A420 door card scanner. People are logged every time they pass through the door. And this model doesn't distinguish between people entering or leaving the building. Okay, here are the names. So let's go ahead and see 17 o'clock, Cox Security Services. This is probably Brown. 1755, Cox Security Services. 1756, server room door opens. 1802, Cox Security Services is probably Brown again. He's out here searching for like 2 minutes and then walks back in. Now, Cox Security Services. I'll tell you that. It can't be any of these people because they have designated IDs. So it said talk to Brown. Let's go talk to Brown. Excuse me, Mr. Brown. Anything else you want to know? I saw that you used a door card to enter and exit the building. Yeah. Cox Security has 2 door cards for ad spot. This one and another one in a locker at our office. Only our boss Me and the other guard assigned to AdSpot can open it. They're not personalized or anything. We just grab one at HQ before we come here. Who's the other guard? His name is James Moore. He's been working for the boss for a long time. We alternate shifts here at AdSpot. Today's my turn. I see. That's all for now. Okay. Does that incriminate more? I don't think so. Does that incriminate Brown? I don't know. I don't think it could be Cox. Cause I don't know. Why would he do that? There's a reason as a CEO to be up here like, yeah, let me do some nefarious stuff. Sneaking around. I don't know. It probably... No, I feel like it has to be more because Brown did not leave this office, and it can be shown right here as well. 17 and then 1755, someone enters. This is an entrance. I know for a fact. And then left through the window. It might be Moore. It might be James Moore. Cause I don't know. It really can't be Brown because he hasn't left. Sorry, let me emails in like 1756. Like 1755, they enter over here. They get to the server room, enter right at 1756. They walk up in here, setting stuff up for a few minutes, and then once this started, they broke the window at like around 1800, left through. Brown heard the noise, ran in here, tried to stop this as quick as he could, then went outside to look for the intruder, but they were already long gone. Okay. I think I got it. It is Moore. I'm accusing Moore. Take it or leave it. Who's Chen? No, not Chen. Chen is part of AdSpot. Alright, no, I think it's Moore. Take it or leave it. I'm submitting the sheet. James Moore, you're suspicious. Yes, I am in fact using my keyboard. Thank you. Alright. I took a look at the broken window. There's a lot more glass lying outside than inside. Told you. I'm pretty sure that it was smashed from the inside, not the outside. You're saying they broke the window to get out, not in. Exactly. I think whoever started that broadcast walked in through the front door, played the video, smashed the window, climbed through it, and ran away. Just as I said. Why break the window at all then? Probably to conceal the real way they got in. If our perp entered through the front door, they must possess an AdSpot door card. That leaves us with a limited circle of suspects. Apart from the employees at AdSpot, 3 people from Cox Security have access to door cards as well. Cox himself, Brown, and his colleague Moore. Moore works here as well. He and Brown take turns in surveilling the facility. Any idea which of them started the video? Yeah. Someone with the Cox Security door card entered the building at 1755, shortly before the broadcast began. It can't have been Brown. He had passed by the door 3 times since he arrived, which places him inside. Couldn't he have climbed back in through the broken window to avoid the scanner at the door? No, that's evident from the data at the server room door. Sato pulled it for me. There's another scanner there. Only 2 other people have access to Cox's door cards, James Moore and their boss. Cox has been at a business meal since 1730, so Moore is the only suspect left. Good work, Conrad. I'll send a unit to arrest him immediately. You and I should pay his boss a visit and see what he has to say. Should be back at his office by now. I'll send you Cox's address. Get to the train, I'll meet you there. Roger that. Now, what'd I fucking tell you? Alright, let's get to the train. Anything else? No. Let's get to the train. What? Hey, Saito. Neil! Good news. I managed to crack the cell of that businessman, Abraham Gonzalez. I found a deleted message that is extremely interesting. Seems like someone hired him to fetch the data module on Gyara. Yeah, he said so. And here's the kicker. The message was sent from the Mercurius network. The what now? The Mercurius network is only accessible to really big companies. Whoa! They have to be publicly traded and count more than 10,000 employees. Excuse me. What's more, the message was sent via a highly encrypted channel of the network. Those are exclusively accessible to high-ranking executives. That means that whoever sent this message to Gonzalez is someone high up at a big company. Not just high up, it practically has to be the CEO. Good job, Saito. Sounds like a solid lead. I'll forward you the message and a list of all companies in the solar system that match the criteria. I'm also opening a sheet about who's behind the Liberators. Oh, and one more thing. I also managed to extract a message from the sniper's cell. Looks like he sent it to the woman who stole the data from Chief. Okay, you might want to have a look at that as well. Copy that. Talk to you later. Okay. Let me. No, this one. Zora. You probably figured out by now that I lied to you about Williams asking me to take care of the handover. Pretty sure you're mad as hell and I'm sorry about that. Thing is, I have a bad feeling about this whole mission and I really couldn't stand it if you got hurt. Okay, so Boyd does care about Zora and her health and safety. We promised each other that this was the last job we would accept and that we would get out of it all afterwards. However, over the last few days, I realized that going back to normal after all those years scares the shit out of me. I'm not like you. What I'm trying to say is, if I don't get out of this, I want you to quit nonetheless and do what we were planning to do. I'm sure it will make you happy. Maybe not immediately, but surely after a while. If everything goes as planned, I'll be with you in no time and I'm sure I'll find a way to get used to normal life. If it doesn't, don't look back and don't come looking for me. Boyd. Mr. Gonzalez, as promised, I'm sending you more detailed instructions for your mission on Gyara. On May 4th at 8:30 in the morning, you will wait for your contact person at the big fountain on Jor's Plaza. She will hand you a data stick that you will take with you when you leave the planet in the evening. As soon as you have left the Gyarian network, you will be provided with the exact address to send the data to. As agreed, you are strictly forbidden from asking questions or trying to find out what the data is about. Discretion is of utmost importance for this mission. As soon as the module is in my possession, the agreed upon fee will be transferred to your bank account. Sincerely. Okay. I will look at that later. Yep, train's here. Go to Cox Security. Okay. Let's go ahead and look. Looky. Hey, Gary. Conrad, I'm having car troubles, but I'll be there soon. Car troubles, huh? Save it, Conrad. This is literally the first time you got somewhere faster than me. While you're waiting, you could swing by the restaurant where Cox presumably had dinner and check his alibi. We asked for them to send over tonight's surveillance footage. They said that the camera is unfortunately broken right now. Seems to be one of those locations where privacy is part of the service. The restaurant is on the layer above Cox's office and the train station. Go upstairs and take a left. You could have a chat with his wife if she's still there. Her name is Yvonne Cox. Roger that. See you in a bit. I'll give you a call when I have an ETA. Okay, let's find this restaurant. Let's go up and take a left. Let's go up and take a left. Good evening, sir. Do you have a reservation? Evening. I'd like to talk to Yvonne Cox. Is she here? I must ask, is she expecting you? Not really, no. I'm sorry, but I can only let you in as part of a reservation. Neil Conrad, CDI. Would you please lead me to Miss Cox? Would you please follow me? Sir? And that's why it's vital that we keep negotiating with them, no matter what Albert says. Miss Cox. Yes? Who are you? Neil Conrad, CDI. Sorry to interrupt, but I'd like to ask you a few questions. CDI? What did I do to deserve your attention? It's about your husband, actually. Well. Excuse me, Mr. Conrad. Jacqueline Hendricks, attorney at law. Miss Cox is my client. You realize that she is not obligated to give you any information about... It's okay, Jacqueline. Let's talk, Mr. Conrad. Would you mind if we stepped outside? I need some fresh air. Oh, she got that diva walk. Look at her. Jacqueline is a little overprotective sometimes. That's how you know a lawyer is worth their salt. You said this was about Albert. What is it you wanted to ask me? I was wondering if you could tell me where your husband was around 6 o'clock tonight. We met here with Jacqueline at 17:30 and discussed some business decisions over dinner. About half an hour ago, Albert got a phone call and excused himself. That was us. Sorry for interrupting your dinner. Did Mr. Cox act strange in any way over the last few days? I have no idea. Last time I saw him before tonight must have been 2 weeks ago. Albert and I don't live together anymore. We have all but separated. You're getting a divorce? Maybe. It would be very complicated for our businesses. I see. Well, that's all for now. Thank you for taking the time. Interesting. Gary, what's up? I'll be there in 10 minutes. What about you? Did you talk to the wife? Yeah, she corroborates his alibi. Do you believe her? I didn't have the impression she lied to protect him. Their marriage is apparently more of a pragmatic arrangement at this point. I see. Listen, I've got bad news. Moore's not home. He's on a holiday according to his wife. She said he went to Manami Tree Resort. We're currently trying to confirm this and get a hold of him. Why don't you go talk to Moore's wife, see if he buy that story? Seda says that you're very close by. Move up a layer or two and make a right to leave the market. You should find her apartment there. Come back down to Cox's office when you're done. It's right near the train station. I'll be there in 10.
On my way up to Moore's apartment, I walked through aromatic clouds of fried rice, fish, and mystery meat. I'd been down to Paloon Market once before, with Catherine. It almost surprised me to see that none of the platforms had collapsed in the years since. People were still selling the same junk, some of it probably stolen halfway across the planet.
Is that news? Can I get news? No. Anybody home? Who's there? Agent Neil Conrad, CDI. I already talked to your colleagues. I know. I'm sorry to bother you once more. You said that your husband went on a vacation. Is that correct? Why didn't you come in? Can I see your badge? Of course. James went to Manami Tree Resort. His flight left last night after work. Is there a way to contact him? He left his cell here because he wanted some peace and quiet. What exactly do you want from him? I hope he's not in trouble. We're still collecting evidence at the moment. That's all I can say. Does your husband have a criminal record? He made some mistakes years ago, and he did his time for it. What did he do? His boss asked him to make a delivery of illegal substances. James got caught, and his boss said he knew nothing about it. Who was his boss at the time? Not Mr. Cox, I suppose? Oh, it was Cox, all right. James was in prison for almost a year and went right back to working for him. He didn't hold a grudge at all. Let's say he didn't have much of a choice. It's hard enough finding a job nowadays, even more so with a criminal record. Thank you, Miss Moore. That's all for now. If your husband gets in touch, tell him to contact me. Here's my cell info. Do you mind if I have a quick look around? Look around? Why not, but please don't make a mess. A single plate in the sink. Looks like she had dinner alone. Okay. Oxydenol. Oxydenol. A highly addictive substance used in lung disease treatment. Okay. 2 news articles. Okay, let's read the news articles. Here we go. Millix wins 10-year court case. Gary and Gazette. Negotiations in the Hope scandal finally came to a close last Monday. Millix Mining had made negative headlines for almost 16 years ago when hundreds of employees filed a class action lawsuit against the mining giant. Many of them had suffered permanent lung damage after allegedly having been exposed to harmful gases over prolonged periods of time in the mining chamber dubbed Hope on Themis. A long, slow, and expensive back and forth of appeals followed until last week, when the Interplanetary Court finally ruled that the company would not be held accountable and did not have to compensate the alleged victims. Bruh. This conclusion is viewed by many as a great failure of the federal justice system. Neither the mining lobby's system-wide influence nor the Federation's interest in Millix's economic success are a secret, leading many to openly question the integrity of the court's decision. This was 2 years ago. Okay. And then this was 9 years ago. Last week, hold on, charges against Cox Security, Gary Gazette. Last week, a delivery van belonging to the company Cox Security was stopped as part of a routine traffic control. The police found an undisclosed amount of mind-altering substances stowed away under the loading area and arrested the driver on the spot. Facing charges of drug trafficking, the CEO of Cox Security has denied any involvement and claims the driver was acting of his own accord. If the driver admits fault, he's looking at up to 1 year in prison. Okay, and then this is Millix, which is a completely different company. Interesting. So, 9 years ago, he got caught up in that. Sorry, I just tuned back in. Cox Security? No, Cox, as in the last name. Excuse me, Miss Moore, I have another question. Why did you frame those 2 news articles? They're important to James and me. They remind us of things we shouldn't forget. What things? I'm sorry, but that's really private. Could I ask you to leave now? I'm tired and need some rest. I see. Thank you. Well, it seems like Moore is not even around, so I still don't believe it's Brown or... No, Cox. Got it. If you say so. Conrad, how'd it go with Moore's wife? Well, she didn't seem to know what her husband is up to. I'll take a look. I took a look around the place, though. Good. We need all the information we can get. I'm almost at Cox's building. Meet you there.
Oftentimes in our investigations, the obvious solution would turn out to be the right one. People usually acted in accordance with their interests and their emotions. Whoever we first thought did it, they often turned out to have done it. With Moore and everyone else we had met so far, it always felt that we were at least one step removed from the truth.
Right.
Nothing about this case was obvious.
Like, I really thought it was gonna be Moore, but he's out of town. But it also didn't seem like either Cox or Brown could have done it as well. Because, I mean, there was an entrance at 17:55. It could not have been Brown because he said he didn't leave. And I do believe him. So what the fuck is up? No, I don't want that. Thank you. Conrad, we need to go up there. Cox has probably been waiting for us for a while. What's with this shabby building? I thought this was a big company. This is just one of their bases of operation, apparently. Listen, Conrad. I just got a call from the AG. She ordered us to arrest Cox. What? From the AG herself? Why? I thought we were just gonna question him. Did you tell the AG that we don't suspect Cox of starting the broadcast? I did, but I guess there's been a change of plans. Why does she want us to arrest him? She said that we have strong reason to believe that he is part of the Liberators. Did she bother telling you what she's basing that on? No. No? We don't have time to waste here, Conrad. Let's go get him. Do you want to do the talking? I'll see if I can have a look around in the meantime. Sure. I don't think he's gonna give us trouble, but keep on your toes. He's big in the security business after all. He's at a doorbell. Very low tech. Well, look. Look around this building. Good evening, Mr. Cox. I'm Agent Long, and this is my partner, Agent Conrad. Good evening. I'm sorry I don't have more chairs in here. We'll stand. I heard there was a break-in on Mr. Brown's watch. I didn't expect this sort of slip-up from him. I apologize. We're not here for him, actually. Mr. Cox, you're under arrest. You are suspected of providing support for an interplanetary conspiracy. I see. I see. Oh! Conrad! Shit! Gary! Take a fire! It's over, Mr. Cox. You shot a CDI agent. It's over, Mr. Cox. Oh, please. Don't overestimate your power. What about your wife? What is going on? What about your wife? You just leave her behind? I don't care about my wife. She'd be thrilled if I disappeared. Now get out of my way or I'll make you. The building's surrounded. The building is surrounded by CDI agents. You won't get anywhere. No. You're bluffing. I'm not. This is your last chance to surrender. Fuck you. You won't get anything from me. Put down your weapon and turn around to the wall. Police! Drop your weapons right now! It's under control, officers. Stand down. I'm Neil Conrad, CDI. Whoa, that was a lot. We're coming up. If we see a gun, we'll shoot. Listen to me. I'm CDI. My partner was shot and needs medical attention. Mr. Cox opened fire on us. We're coming in. No sudden movements. Are you listening to me? I will put away my gun if you keep yours pointed at Mr. Cox, okay? What's going on here? My partner and I came here to question Mr. Cox. He opened fire on us without warning. Show me your badge. See? I'm CDI. My name is Neil Conrad. This is my partner Gary Long. He needs medical attention. Stat! Keep an eye on this guy, please. He's highly dangerous. I have to check on my partner. Okay. Marquez, make sure the building is clear and call for a medical team. I'll keep an eye on the perp. I gotta go to an appointment, but have a good rest of stream. Have a great, seamless appointment. Thanks for coming in. Gary, come on, say something. Oh my god. I'm okay. You sure? I'm sure. Just hit my head when I fell. Like, you fucking laid out. I thought you got fucking shot, bitch. Whoa, thank fuck. You were your best. Oh my god. Oh my god. Yeah, that scared the shit out of me. Always when I'm in the field. I see your friend is still alive. Gonna be an interesting talk later. Fuck you. I'm not gonna tell you anything. I was not ready for that. Fuck. Neither was I. We should have been more careful. Looks like the AG had a point when she asked us to arrest him. I told you the higher-ups know what they're doing. Let's have a look around. There's probably something in here Cox really didn't want us to see. Okay. Woohoo! I'm gonna need a little processing break. That was crazy. So, cause like, I mean, was Cox the one who did the broadcast then? Damn. Damn. We were just walking by when we heard gunshots. Dang, that was lucky. That was lucky then. A pinboard containing work schedules and security information. Gary, come check this out. Looks like Cox was destroying records. I think we interrupted him. Don't touch anything. I'll get a team here to salvage whatever possible. Sounds good. What should I do next? Go home and take a few hours off. Let the adrenaline settle. Sounds good to me. But if you find out something about those drives or the next attack or Mr. Moore, I'll give you a call. But now, go home. I'll let the chief know what happened. Copy that. Oh my god. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Like, I don't know why, but I just don't believe that Cox was the one up in there. But it really could have been. But no, because... What was I gonna say? Would his wife really lie for him? I don't know. An ad's about to start in a minute. Hey, Neil. Hey, Kat. Everything alright? No. Laura's... disappeared? What do you mean disappeared? I let her go to that stupid party, but she promised she would be home over an hour ago. Have you tried calling her? Of course, but she's not answering. She's probably having fun and forgot the time. Neil... But when will she pick up? It's not like her. Maybe the music's too loud. I'm sure she'll come home when she realizes you try to reach her. She won't want you to worry for too long. Alright. Hey, Neil. You want to swing by for a glass of wine? I'm on the train right now. I'm on my way back from work and I'm pretty tired. Is it okay if I swing by spontaneously? Oh, yeah, of course. If I'm too tired to come and she's still not here in an hour, give me a call, okay? Okay. Okay, we're gonna take an ad break. I'll be back in 3 minutes. Mwah. Sorry about that. I think I disconnected. Let me know if y'all are here. Meanwhile, I'm gonna be checking on my browser. Yep, I fucking disconnected. Hold on, refresh. I DC'd. Okay, well, that's all I can do for now. My VOD is still going, so I gotta go. Anyways. Okay, I'm gonna go. Yep. No, we're gonna go talk to Kat. Any news for? Nope. Hey, wanna go up on the roof? Yeah, why not? Haven't been up there in a while. It was one of the reasons why we rented the apartment, remember? Of course I do. Getting excited about things is so easy when you're 24. So, how's life going? Okay, I guess. Yours? Same. I know it's silly, but I sometimes still wonder why it didn't work out with us. There was a time when I was so sure we were a perfect match. I've asked myself the same thing a million times. And I came up with lots of different answers. We were too young for a kid. No, sorry. We were too young for a kid. I was too focused on my new job. Our place was too small. I wanted to find that one good reason to explain it to myself, to make sense of it. But honestly, I think we were just bad at it. We couldn't stop fighting about the same small bullshit. And we kept hurting each other for no reason until we reached a point of no return. That's it. Maybe you're right. But that's sad, don't you think? Yeah. Don't worry too much about Laura. I'm sure she's fine. We should be happy for her that she's having a good time at that party. You said yourself that she had some trouble fitting in with the other kids. Yeah, I know. It's just I think about the shit I did when I was her age. That's probably why I worry so much about her. But you turned out okay, and I'm sure Laura will too. She's smart. I can barely keep my eyes open. I have to go home now before I fall off this roof. If Laura isn't home in an hour, give me a call, okay? I will. Thanks for swinging by. It was nice to be up here with you again. I'll stay a little longer. What a throwback, huh? It was nice. See you soon. Okay. Now let's go back home. News. Give me my news. Okay, no. Let's read the news. Developments in Banny's murder. Jovia today. As previously reported, Jovian Foreign Minister Joseph Banny was shot dead by an unknown assassin last night around 1:30. Attorney General Amelia Thorne announced this morning that the CDI has already, arrested the suspected killer, but did not elaborate on his identity or motives. Liam Campbell, chief of the CDI's Terror Prevention Unit, which was in large part responsible for Bainey's visit during his stay, is expected to make a statement of his own later today. Daniel Marav, a Soviet prime minister of Jovia's colonial government, called the murder an extraordinary failure of the Garian state, adding it was a scandal that Jovian politicians have to fear for their lives on Garian soil. It doesn't help that the situation that Mr. Bainey's staff was apparently treated very poorly by CDI agents at the scene of the murder. We were threatened into collaboration with them when jurisdiction was unclear, and we were still in shock, bodyguard Carl Smith told Drovia today. An agent of the CDI forced us to give out an item of Mr. Bainey's private belongings, added his colleague Nisa Morton. Okay. Drovian authorities have demanded an independent investigation into the altercation. Girl, this fucking item, we didn't take a fucking item out of the fucking dresser. It was the fucking bullet. Was it not? Whatever.
I met my own tired gaze in the glass. There were so many things on my mind. Laura's disappearance worried me more than I had shown. I thought maybe it had been the wrong call to let her go to that party. In hindsight, it probably wouldn't have mattered. And then there was Cox. I was curious about his explanation as to why he had opened fire on us. But mostly, I was glad that I hadn't had to shoot him.
Okay. Yeah. Welcome, Mr. Conrad. Your visitor is waiting inside. Visitor? I'm not expecting anyone. Who is it? Your visitor is ID unknown. What the? I didn't tell you that I was expecting someone. Why did you let them in? I'm sorry. I did not understand the question. Stupid fucking thing. I'll see for myself. Yep, I was like, be posted. Horace? Horace? Who's that? Is this Zora? You can put that gun away. Who are you? You got a nice place up here. They pay you well. Show me your face. Turn around. Okay. Lila? Who? Oh, right. My face. I don't like it, to be honest. Oh, this is Zora. This is fucking Zora. Wait. It's you. You're the one who assaulted Lila. I'm Zora. Nice to meet you. Slowly put your hands up. I'm here to talk. Put your hands up or I'll be forced to shoot. Nobody's forcing you to do anything. You can make your own decisions. What do you want? What do you want? We need a guy in the CDI to help us out with a few things. And why the fuck would I do that? We have your daughter. I should have left with that. You what? We took your daughter, Laura. No, you're full of shit. You can ask your ex. She's not at home. What did you do to her? Nothing. She's fine. You work for the Liberators, right? I have a record of your conversation with the man who shot Banny. Is stealing little girls really how they're trying to stand up for their ideals? You'd have to ask them. I don't know or care what they believe in. We're just getting paid. Or rather, we were supposed to, but then you showed up and botched the final step of the plan. Who's we? Who was we? The kind of people you call when you want a foreign minister dead. So, you're mercenaries. What do you call yourselves? It wouldn't help you even if I told you. And stealing the chief's data was part of your contract with the Liberators? So, you pieced that together already? Yes. What was on that stick that made it so important? No idea. Wait, you don't know. You don't know either. I thought you had the drive. I don't, and I don't think I'll get my hands on it anytime soon. Who has it then if you don't? My superiors, if it still exists at all. That complicates things. I guess we'll have to move on to Plan B right away. Since the handover went south, the Liberators refused to pay us. We need that data to get our money after all. This is where you come in. If you figure out what the data is about, we may be able to locate it in the CDI database and extract it. I'll send a private sheet to your cell. Girl, submit it to us. I will do no such thing. Don't be difficult, and hand me your cell for a minute, will ya? Why? You don't need it to open a sheet. That's for something else. I need access to the CDI network for a moment. What for? To set up a back door for our hack. Why are you telling me all this? I could arrest you right here and now, but you won't. And I doubt that you could. I'm telling you this because we work together now. The better you do your part, the sooner our client pays us, and the sooner you can see your daughter again. If you do anything on my cell, they will trace it back to me. Don't worry, I'll use someone else's credentials. Whose credentials? It doesn't matter. Give me your cell. At least tell me who I'd be throwing under the bus. Gary Long. What? No. His job means everything to him. Is that really more important to you than Laura's safety? Come on, she's your only bargaining chip. I'll try to find out what that data was about. That's gotta count for something. You're definitely not increasing her chances if you don't cooperate now. Oh my god. Oh my god. Oh my god. This is definitely a choice. This is the choice of all time. I can't do it. Use my login. Use Gary's login. Ah! Oh gosh. Oh my gosh, I don't know. No, I don't want to put Gary under the bus, but also I don't want to be doing any of this. But our daughter's in danger. If he had said to, if we had urged her to not go to the party, would she not have just gone anyways? Or would she be at home? I mean, they apprehended fucking Cat anyways. Girl, I don't think it would have mattered. So, no, it has to be either one of these. Are we incriminating me or are we incriminating Gary? Gary, I'm sorry, but my daughter's life is on the line. Please cover your tracks. Gary can't be fired over this. I don't feel good about this. Thank you. I don't feel good about this. Done. So that's it then. I gave you access and I'll tell you all I find about that data. You'll let Laura go now, right? This was just the first step. If you keep cooperating, you'll see her again soon. Please just let her go. She doesn't have to suffer like this. I'll help you anyway, so you'll leave us alone. No can do. Sorry. It's not my call. Is this really what you do with your life? Murder and child abduction? I don't have time for this. We're done here. No, answer my question. How do you live with yourself? You work for the CDI. Don't you kill and abduct people all the time? Spare me your moral relativism crap. I'm not a mercenary. Sure you are. The CDI is trying to do the right thing. You do whatever the highest bidder tells you to. The right thing? What kind of childish nonsense do you believe in? You don't have to believe in anything to not be evil. I don't believe in anything in particular. And yet here you are, talking about good and evil. Because we know what that is. We have an intuition for it. Bullshit. There's no such thing. We invented it. No. Look, this lizard over here, he's my friend. He has never done anything evil. He can't. All animals just do shit for a while and then they die. Look, are you trying to keep me talking? You can't pretend to not care about anything. In fact, I know you do. You are separated from someone you care about. What are you talking about? The sniper we caught. You care about him, don't you? You wanted to start a new life with him. That's none of your business. But it's funny you mention him. Thanks to you and your colleagues, I won't see him ever again. Didn't you just tell me it was bad to put people away against their will? My daughter harmed nobody. Your friend killed someone and might start a war. Let her go. What? Offered to deliver a message? To whom? To the Liberators? Girl, what? Maybe we can make a trade. What trade? Don't try to fuck with me. I know he's never getting out of there. Probably not, but it could deliver a message. What do you want in return? Promise me to keep Laura safe. Promise that I'll get her back when this is over. That depends on your actions, but I can promise that we'll actually let her go if you work with us. Alright, what's your message? Tell him the moon rises in the south. Okay. I'll be back with more instructions.
As soon as the woman disappeared into the night, my facade slipped and I nearly collapsed on the balcony floor. I took out my cell with shaking hands and tapped on Laura's face in my contacts. Maybe. She didn't pick up. I resisted the urge to call Catherine next. I couldn't just tell her about what had happened. She knocked on my door in the early morning, but I didn't open. I tried to decide on a course of action, but I couldn't concentrate. My mind alternated between trying to remember my last conversation with Laura and conjuring up horrible images of her tied to a chair in some basement. Sometime later, my alarm rang. I got up to go to work, not sure if I was ready to talk to Kat. I must have stood outside her apartment for a few minutes when I finally made a decision.
Girl, fucking talk to her. Neil, where the fuck have you been? I've tried to call you a million times. I even came to your apartment. I'm so sorry. Laura still isn't home. I've called all her friends and nobody knows anything. Looks like she never went to that party. Oh, shit, Neil. What do I do now? Listen, Kat. I know what happened to her. You should call the police. Ooh. No, I disconnected. What the fuck? Could not access the specified. No. Sorry, y'all. 1 second. Sorry, VOD girlies. 1 second. Yep, I am offline. Stream. Hello? Hello? Okay. Okay. Well, I don't know. That sucks. Okay. Well, I don't know. I'm gonna try to just keep things low key for now. But yeah. Man. Let me just put a little thing here. Refresh. Okay. If you hear refresh, please and thank you. But sorry about girlies, we're gonna get straight back into it. I know what happened to her. You should call the police. Listen, I'm getting fucking blackmailed. Should I be telling Kat, who isn't even involved with the CDI at all, what's happening? Obviously, she needs to know that Laura is fucking missing. Uh, um. Oh my gosh, I don't know. Um. We are right at the start of this little save, so I'm gonna see. I'm gonna do this option and see if I like it, and then if I don't like it, I'll just restart. You should call the police and tell them everything. Give them her phone number. Maybe they can track her down. And talk to her friends again. Oh, he's saying it like this. Ask him when they last saw her. Fuck. Do you think she's in danger? Oh, okay. I know what happened to her. I feel like she should know. Cause the girl. No, Kat, I know what happened to her. What? She was abducted. They took her to blackmail me. I'm so sorry. What are you saying? Who took her? I'm not sure yet. Seems like they're a group of mercenaries involved in Benny's murder. No. They promise they won't harm her if I do what they say. How can you do that to us? I didn't. It's not like I allowed them to take her. You have to tell the CDI. Maybe they can find out where she is and get her out of there. It's too risky right now. I'm afraid of what they'll do if I find out I snitched. And you think that people who abduct children and murder foreign ministers give a shit about their promises? I'm still evaluating the situation. I'll do everything in my power to keep her safe. What do they want from you? They want me to leak information about the case I'm investigating. About the liberators. Please, Kat. Trust me with this, okay? I won't let them do anything to her. I have to go. I'll call you as soon as I hear anything. And you do the same, okay? Alright. I'll be here all day. Yeah, no. She deserved to know. I'm not taking that back. Let's make sure the train. Enter the train. Right. I will get back to that. Oh, man. Oh, Gary. Gary. Sorry. Morning, Conrad. Hope you got some rest. I hope you got some rest after yesterday's incident. Let me bring you up to speed. The chief said he's making some announcement this morning. Didn't sound good at all. But we'll see in a few minutes. We took Cox in for questioning. You can interrogate him later. But first, you should talk to Saito. He's in our office and has some new intel on Moore and Cox for you. Okay, I'm on it. Listen, Conrad. I might have been a little intense these past few days. These are special circumstances. You understand that, right? Sure. It's been hard on all of us. I gotta run. Talk to you later. And I just fucking incriminated him. I'm so sorry. I am so sorry. Ah, good morning, Neil. Hey, Saito. Gary told me you had some new intel for me. Indeed. I put everything on our pinboard over there. Let me give you a quick overview. First, I assembled some basic information on James Moore and his wife. Second, I managed to pull their recent bank statements. Maybe you find something useful in there. Okay, bank statements. That's all I could get my hands on for now, but I got more coming tomorrow. And third, I took a look at the CV of the guy who fired at you, Albert Cox. And guess what I found? He's a Soviet and he grew up on Jovia. Oh, that's a surprise. I suspected he was working with the Liberators. Well, who knows? He still might. What's also interesting is that he changed his name 20 years ago. Shoot, we're running late to that meeting with the chief. Let's go, I'll tell you on the way. Cox was born as Albert Bolton. His parents owned a big company at the time, Bolton Security Services. They were responsible for the safety of the Soviet colony on Jovia. You mean Sector 2? The one that blew up 40 years ago? Exactly. Bolton Security was sued into oblivion over the incident and eventually went bankrupt. When Cox had finished school, he changed his name and moved to Gyara. That's when he founded his own security company using some grant money. Thank you, Saito. Great work as always. Oh, it's nothing. I just did some advanced browsing. Before we go in, I need to ask. Is everything alright? You look not great. Just didn't get enough sleep lately. Thanks for asking. I think everybody's here. Let's start. Thank you all for coming. As many of you know, I've been working for the CDI for 28 years now. I have done everything in my power to defend the values our planet stands for. The principles of freedom, tolerance, equal rights for everyone, and justice have been guiding all of my actions. I have always been proud of our work and our commitment to the Garian democracy. Sadly, the path to justice isn't always clear, and we have to make difficult decisions. The murder of Joseph Banny has severely harmed the relationship between our planet and Jovia, and it puts the fragile peace in our solar system at risk. The Domestic Terrorism Division was charged with protecting Banny under my leadership. In light of our failure to do so, the Attorney General and I have agreed that the only appropriate response is for me to resign from my duties at the CDI, effective immediately. I hope that the separatist groups on Jovia will consider this a sign of sincere remorse, and of our intention to make up for the damage that has been done. I enjoyed working with all of you, and I wish you nothing but the best. I hope that each of you will find your way of fighting for justice. I will still be in my office today if there are any open questions or issues you want to talk to me about. My successor will be announced by the Attorney General in the near future. Starting tomorrow, Agent Long will be taking over my responsibilities until a permanent replacement is found. Thank you and goodbye. Well, Banny's murderers speak. Less than 24 hours after Banny's death, an organization calling itself the Liberators has claimed responsibility for the attack. It was a scene right out of a movie, with screens all over the Capitol playing the radical message. If you weren't there, this is what they said. Oh, thank you for this. I am not going to reading all that. So far, authorities have not confirmed that the people sending the message were in fact involved in Foreign Minister Banny's death, or what the chilling announcement at the end might pertain to. Dear Mr. Conrad, we have found 244 new offers fitting your search criteria. In only a few clicks, you can make your dream home a reality. Take a look today. $126 days. So, I mean, was that him trying to look for a new apartment? I assume so. What's my objective? Let's go and talk to the chief. Whoa, what was that? Okay, that was weird. Can I talk to the chief? Oh, no, he's down. I forgot. This is the 4th floor, and then we have to go down here. Yes? No? No. No, there he is. Hello, Conrad. How can I help you? I wanted to say goodbye. It was good working for you. Thank you, I appreciate it. I have to admit, I'm surprised by your decision. It's not like you could have done much more to protect Banny. Come on, Conrad. We both know that doesn't matter. Heads needed to roll for this. Chief. Oh. Fired? The AG fired you over something else, didn't she? I overheard your conversation yesterday. Why are you telling me this? It didn't sound like you were arguing about Banny's death. You are aware that you can be suspended for eavesdropping on your superiors? In fact, the way I steamrolled, it seems like you were suspecting the AG of something. Is that the real reason why she wanted to get rid of you? This one is out of your league. Just respect the chain of command. I see. Chief... Oh, maybe I'll ask him. Why did we arrest Cox? I mean, it looks like it was the right call. But we didn't know at the time. And why didn't you give us the arrest order yourself? The AG didn't tell me why she wanted to do it, so I refused to give the order. So you don't know either? No. It seems like it's classified. Same as the information on that stick. I see. I'll have to pack up my things now. I wish you all the best for your career at the CDI. Thank you. Your cell contacts haven't changed lately, have they? Haven't changed in years. Good. Who? Talk to Gary. Okay. Where's Gary at? That's... There he is. That was... unexpected. Fuck, I can't believe I'm standing in for the chief. I never thought they would pick me. I have to call my wife. Guess I'll be doing some overtime in the next few days. Don't you think it's strange that the AG fired him? Gotta admit, she never really liked him. Maybe she was waiting for an opportunity. But someone had to get fired for Banny's death, just for the optics, don't you think? Maybe. But the chief always did an excellent job. It didn't have to be him. I'm not thrilled about it either, but we should focus on the Liberator's threat. I don't want to start my new job with a string of terror attacks. Let's recap what we got so far. Listen up, squad. Time for a little wrap-up. I suppose you're all as surprised as I am about our chief's sudden retirement. However, We need to focus on the Liberators and their plans now. Let's go over everything we've got so far once more. Jovia's Foreign Minister Banny was shot last night by a sniper who goes by the name of Boyd. That was just last night. Wow. A lot is happening over the course of these hours. Boyd then went to see a woman called Zora, which seems to have been a deviation from the original plan. He convinced her to hand him a stick with confidential, stolen data. The next morning, Boyd met another man to hand him that data. Abraham Gonzalez, CEO of the Jovian company Power Up. We were able to extract a deleted message from Gonzalez's cell, which proves that someone paid him to fetch the stick and send the data to an unknown address once he was outside the Garian network. This leads us to believe that the data cannot be sent unnoticed via the web, which applies only to the best-kept secrets of the Garian government. We don't know who paid either of them, but the message to Gonzalez was sent via an encrypted channel on the Mercurius network. That means that it must have been one of the higher-ups of a large, publicly traded company. We don't know what was on that data stick because we haven't been cleared for access yet. Yesterday morning, an anti-Soviet terror group calling themselves the Liberators publicly broadcast a video in which they claimed responsibility for Banny's murder. They also announced a second attack within 48 hours. Their broadcast was sent from the AdSpot building. They operate all the billboards across the city. At the time the video started, the building was being guarded by a Cox security employee. We have reason to believe that the perpetrator was another employee of that same company, James Moore. His wife says that he went on the holiday at Minami Tree Resort, but he never turned up there. Oh, he didn't? We know that? Hey girlie. Hi, Messy Betsy. Welcome in. Hope you're doing well. We are currently running a planet-wide search for him, but without success so far. Okay, so he still could be the one that did the perpetrating. Okay, no, okay. The CEO of Cox Security, Albert Cox, opened fire on Agent Conrad and myself when we went to arrest him. Why were you arresting Cox? It was an order from the Attorney General. Conrad convinced Cox to surrender. We arrested him and brought him in for questioning. He had been in the process of destroying hard drives before we arrived. Our IT department is currently trying to restore what's left of the data. Do we think that Cox is a key figure behind the Liberators? He certainly is involved with them in some way, but he doesn't have access to the Mercurius network. We have to assume that there are some bigger fish behind Cox. What's also strange is that he's a Soviet himself. He grew up on Jovia. Our current priority is to prevent any further attacks. Carroy, I want you to support the ongoing manhunt for James Moore. Young, we brought some stuff back from Cox's office. Work your magic on it, let us know if you find something. Sato, you keep gathering as much information as you can on our prime suspects. Conrad, you should check whether you can establish a motive but why Moore. Conrad, you should check whether you could establish a motive why Moore would support the Liberators. Take a look at all the evidence we've got, including the information Sato put on our pinboard. You should also have a chat with Cox. We brought him to the interrogation room in the basement. Roger that. We also brought our sniper in for a second round of questioning. You can give it another try and see if you can get something out of him. Gonzalez surrounded himself with the warriors. Could be a while until we can interrogate him again. That's all for now. Come back to me when you got something. Okay, that was a lot. Okay, here are the bank statements. We're looking for... No, we're looking for, anything regarding, what was I gonna say? Vacation. But yeah, let's look at all this. We got pharmaceutics, 200. Cox Security Services salary, got 600. We went to a bar, cyber implants, pharmaceutics again for subscription. The same subscription. Seems like it updates like weekly. A weekly subscription for some medicine. Driscoll grocery store, groceries. Okay. Compensation maintenance. Okay, whatever that means. Rinse bar, grocery store. Next week, another UFC 7 days. So weekly subscription. Insufficient funds. Oh, couldn't pay for it. Got the charge back. Charge back for 200. A pregnancy test. Okay. And then to what? Salary April 1840. $10,000. $10,000. And then the subscription again. So currently you're at 8,000. Where'd the other 2,000 go? Were you $2,000 in debt? And then you got the 10,000? Why did you get the 10,000? James Moore. Okay, this is what he looks like. Married. Okay. His career. He works at security services. And he worked at another security agency on FEMAS beforehand. He's got a fine for bodily harm, attempted theft. So he already has some things behind him before the fucking illegal substances thing. For bodily harm and attempted theft. Cyber implants, brain enhancement, resistance against mind-altering drugs, shortened reaction time, increased hand-eye coordination. What the fuck? Okay. Evelyn Moore. She doesn't have any implants. She got a fine for petty larceny. 1824. Hold on. 1824. It doesn't say the date specifically, but that's interesting. She worked for mining Millix. She worked for Millix, but probably it was harmed in with all those gases. She was probably part of that lawsuit lawsuit against Millix, but Millix won the lawsuit, so she didn't get any compensation for anything. This subscription right here is probably for the lung medicine that she needs to take. It renews weekly, so she's probably using that every fucking day. 200 Ghiblies for it too. Where did the 10,000 come from? That is very interesting. Okay, I'm actually gonna take a quick restroom break because I need to do so. I'll be back in a few. Mwah. Okay, sorry. Quick little break. Ooh, 1 second. Gotta check. Okay, never mind. That's not important. Okay. Let me go down to the basement. Let's go ahead and talk to Boyt again and see if I can glean any more information. The name of the company, yeah, the list of companies right here. Okay. Yeah, like this one. Okay. Long time no see. Still not the talkative type, huh? Okay, listen up. Things have changed since we last spoke. I turned off the camera so we can talk freely. Your people have kidnapped my daughter to extort me. Last night, your friend Zora came to my home to talk to me. But don't get your hopes up. It's about money, not your freedom. She gave me a message for you. What message? I'll tell you if you help me with Laura. If you're bullshitting me, I'm not. What exactly do you want me to do? Looks like I'm pretty much locked up in here. Who are those guys you and Zora are working for? We both know I can't get you any details. We're mercenaries. That's all I can say. Where do they keep Laura? I have no clue. We have a bunch of hideouts in the city and the whole solar system. I don't even know all of them. And the whole... That's a pretty huge organization you're part of. We're not just some thugs. We're professionals. You want me to help you? I'll give you one piece of advice. Do what they tell you. If I do, will I get her back? We usually keep our end of the bargain. Where are they blackmailing you? The people who asked you to shoot Banny won't pay them because we prevented the handover. Now they want me to help them get the data back. I see. You said you had a message for me? The moon rises in the south. The fat guy I met at Jorah's Plaza. He was pretty sure he got his assignment from someone in the Telanian business. Okay. You mean Gonzalez? The man you brought the storage module? If that's his name. Maybe that'll help you somehow. Thanks for letting me know. Could you tell Zora that the sun sleeps in the north? I will try. Okay, I'll tell her. Good luck with your daughter. So, Telanian business. We got Wahhabi and Sons, Dyson Enterprises, Henno Metals, Milix Mining. Okay, we got four options. Hanel, Milix, Dyson, and Wahhabi. Wahhabi and Dyson are both on Drovia, but Hanel and Milix are both on Gyara. Okay. Telanium. We know that much. I don't know. Yeah, that's a lot of names, so I'm not gonna do that just now. The data is about the blank. Okay, nope. Moore's motive was most likely his sick wife. I don't know. Like, Milix is accountable for that. Okay, what's my objective? Talk to Cox. Where's Cox? Is he down here? Okay. Before I do that. No. No, let's just see. What do you have to say? Good afternoon, Mr. Cox. I'd like to ask you a few questions. I'm waiting for my legal team. You fired at my partner and me. Care to explain? Oh, ad break. Hold on. I probably don't need to tell you that you didn't make the best first impression on us. Your behavior and your company's involvement in yesterday's broadcast make it look like you're somehow involved with the Liberators. A quick look at your biography showed that you are a Saviant, I believe. Saviant, and you grew up on Drovia. It doesn't make sense to me that you support an anti-Saviant terror group. 25 years ago, you moved... Sorry. I'm gonna take a little ad break. I'll be back in 3. Hello, everybody. Welcome back from the ads, and I think the disconnect again. The disconnect again. Again. Okay. Refresh. Again. Let's go. Okay. I'm gonna try to maybe wrap this up in a bit then. Because I really can't with all the DCs. Okay. But yeah. I still got my VOD rolling, so you have to keep it schmoving. 25 years ago, he moved to he moved to Gyara? Dang, I don't remember. Dang it. No, that was Abraham. So this has to be he was on no, he worked for no, that was James Moore. Gyara. Why? Sometimes life forces us to do things we don't want to. You don't like it here? I don't. Why not? Why don't you ask that yourself and your fellow Gyarians? You consider Jovians your enemy and Savians, backwards radicals. If you have the choice between hiring a Gyarian or a Jovian, you hire the Gyarian. All the missions we ever get come from Jovia. Why haven't you gone back then? Because my compatriots are happy to have a reliable partner for the companies here on Gyara. We escort their goods, offer them personal security, you name it. Your parents had a security company as well, didn't they? It was responsible for security at Sector 2. Looks like they didn't do such a good job with Sector 2 blowing up and all. You know nothing about my parents. I've already said enough. I'll wait for my lawyers now. Submit the sheet. Which sheet exactly? This one. He did not glean his nationalism, probably. He didn't seem to care. I mean, not to say that, but he did harp on Jovia and Gyara and the nationalism of it all. So it's most likely his nationalism. We're submitting and we're committing. Let's go ahead and talk to Gary. What was the other sheet? The data. Okay, so I don't know anything about that. Wait, and Boyd suspects that they're in Telenium. So we have 4 perpetrators. I mean, 4 company suspects regarding that, but we do not know yet. Conrad, I just read your sheet on Moore. Looks like a motive can be established. You should pay his wife another visit. She didn't seem to know anything yesterday. Maybe she'll tell you more if you confront her with her husband's motive. Roger that. See you there. Moore! James Moore! Sorry, not fucking Cox. James fucking Moore. Well, I still kind of do believe that. James Moore? Ooh, I don't know. James Moore? I don't know. Do I want to go back and redo it? I low-key don't want to. Because I feel like... But I also do think it would be his sick wife. Or... No. I don't know. It's Moore, not Cox. I completely forgot about that. His nationalism? I don't know! I'm scared. I'm scared. Or, I mean... You know what? I already put it in. I don't like saves coming that much. Am I going to the train? Yes. to the train. Oh my god, I love the train. Well, I mean, I don't know. I already put it in. Uh, is it? Do I want? No, I have to do all that dialogue again. Low key, never mind. I already put it in. If it's wrong, it's wrong. Yep. Now we can't take it back.
Once again enveloped by the smell of the market, I thought back to the man I had been when Kat had brought me here. How did it all go so wrong? Deep down, I knew the answer. I was just too scared to commit to my family. It was so much easier to care about something that didn't have to like you back. That wouldn't go away if you didn't want it to. For me, that was my job. But ironically, protecting myself like that only made it hurt so much worse. Now that Laura was out of my reach, the pain of being separated was only amplified by the knowledge that I had missed so many opportunities to be with her.
We'll make sure she's safe at the end of all this. Oh, I mean, okay. I was gonna knock. Hello, Mrs. Moore. Oh, it's you again. Hello. Sorry to disturb you a second time, but I need to ask you a few more questions. So you're still after my husband? I told you he's on vacation on Themis. He isn't. We checked the ID scanners at all spaceports on Gyara and Themis. He never left the planet. Oh. Oh. Interesting. You must have overlooked something. Listen, I love James, but he's just a poor devil. Shouldn't the CDI be taking care of the big fish? James isn't one of them. I think you are underestimating your husband. He might be about to make a grave mistake. Did you see the Liberator's video yesterday? It was hard to miss, yeah. We have reason to believe that your husband is affiliated with them. Seriously, that's what you came up with? He might have sold drugs or started a fight once or twice, but this is completely out of his league. We did some research, and it seems like your husband has a strong motive. He's a nationalist, and he sees an opportunity to stick it to the Soviet minority. I don't believe that, actually. I don't believe that. Now that you say it like that, I don't believe that that was the right answer. But oh well. What mystery are we trying to solve here? Okay, this is very convoluted. This all started when the Prime Minister for Drovia, another planet that is not the planet that we are on right now, was assassinated when the Prime Minister came over for talks about relations between Drovia and Gyara, the planet that we're currently on right now. He was assassinated by a terrorist group that we now know is called the Liberators, and we are just trying to investigate what is exactly their motive, what exactly they're trying to do, and put a stop to it before it all comes to fruition. The bald guy I was speaking to in the interrogation room was the one that shot Banny, and we apprehended him when he was trying to hand over some classified data from the CDI. The other guy behind that was another CEO for a mining company, I believe. No, for a battery company. He was just trying to make a good buck. There's a lot going on. I'm trying to piece it all together. So what we're currently doing right now is trying to find the person who set up a video on all of the ad screens regarding the Liberators' intention and motives, because they said they're going to strike and probably assassinate another person in, I believe, 24 to 48 hours. So we're trying to stop them beforehand, and that includes interrogating Mrs. Moore about her husband, James Moore, who is a security worker at the place that the broadcast was set up. I think, I don't know. I've tried to speak eloquently and clearly, but there's a lot going on. Stopping the cultists, the corporate cultists, yes. Essentially, yes, because there's most definitely some companies behind all of this. Most definitely some companies, and not just people. But yeah, here's what I said. You're fine, it's just a lot, it sounds like. Yeah, it's definitely a lot. It would definitely be great to just watch the VOD back. Both VODs, but yeah, the story is very much because you have to also just figure it out on your own as well. So it's not going to tell you like, hey, this is the story. No, you gotta glean some context clues. So use your inference, reading comprehension skills on point. You know what I'm saying? Anyways, yeah, I don't believe this is true. I don't think that was James's motive, but let's just see what he says. I told you. Damn it. She was a girl, he was a boy. Can I make it any more obvious? Exactly. Damn it, I knew it! I fucking flubbed. I can't take it back. I cannot take it back. I cannot take it back. I cannot take it back. I had a feeling it was gonna be the sick wife motivation. I'm sorry, Miss Moore. I got you and Albert. I got your husband and Albert Cox mixed the fuck up in my brain. Damn it. No, I wish I took it back now. All right. Oh well. Oh well. Oh well. Oh well. What are you on about? We're not even from Gyara. James was born on Venus. He's certainly not a nationalist. In fact, we both kind of hate it here. Fine, but it looks like... I don't care what it looks like to you. You're on the wrong track. Please leave me alone now. You're wasting my time and blah blah blah. If you need a culprit, go talk to Cox. He's about rich enough to be an actual criminal. Fuck! Fuck! I can't take it back because we're already past the fucking save. Man. Man. Oh, I'm so sick of that. I'm so sick. Oh! Hey. Fuck. You startled me. What do you want? Check in with how your investigation is going, but not here. Too crowded. Follow me. Come on, I know a spot. Oops, I'm not paying attention. Oops, I was not paying attention. What the fuck? Here we go. This is better. The hell are you doing here? Are you following me? I told you I'd get back to you. Anything new on our client or what they're planning to do next? Not yet. I'm still working on it. That's disappointing. I need some results if I'm going to protect your daughter. We're making good progress. I'll have something for you soon, okay? I hope so. You want a beer? No, thank you. A beer? Are you out of your mind? What? You think I poisoned it or something? I thought you said humans were good. Have a little faith. I'm not drinking it. Hey, listen. Did you deliver my message? I did. What did you say? He said the sun sleeps in the north. Okay, thank you. Are we done here? You know, I thought about what you said. I don't think I'm good. Or ever have been. But I will say this. I talked to your daughter today. She's a good kid. I do not like the prospect of her getting hurt. So please, don't mess up. How can you... Then get her out of there, please. Really? My boss won't let that happen. It's all in your hands. If you don't find out anything about their next target soon, we'll need your help with the hack. The back door was set up successfully from your cell. I hope it was worth it. Gary will have to face consequences for it, especially since he's now the temporary chief of the CDI. Like, of course that had to fucking happen. You really threw him under the bus there. I guess you're not so righteous after all. Girl, I have no fucking choice. Fuck you. This was your doing much more than mine. Unlike you, I never said I was a good person. I feel bad about it. I feel bad enough about it as it is, okay? I had to protect Laura. If they had traced it back to me and fired me over it, I would have been worthless for you and for Laura. Oh, please. You didn't want to risk your own ass. No matter what you tell yourself, at the end of the day, you do what you want. You do what you do for your own gain. Sometimes it's a few layers removed, but in the end, it's all selfishness with extra steps. I disagree. This is just a convenient way to justify the fucked up things you do. Nihilism can be used as a shield, just like faith. It's convenient to say nothing matters because it makes being in this world hurt a little less. But even you don't like the thought of harming Laura, do you? I think you're doing your best to ignore your conscience. You will have to face it at some point. Not if I die first. Well, this has been fun. Break is over. I have some business to take care of. I'll check in again soon. I still want to take it back. I still want to take it back. Because I knew he was born on fucking Phoebus. I really wish I didn't mix them two up. Otherwise, I would have been like, oh yeah, his fucking sick fucking wife. That makes the most fucking sense. Whatever. Conrad, how did you go? Any news from Moore's wife? No, not really. If Moore is behind all this, then she doesn't know about it. Fuck. The attack's going down tomorrow morning, and we still have no clue what it's going to be. How is it possible that we don't get a grip on those fuckers? Looks like the only thing we can do is ramp up security all over Yara, and hope that they won't go through with their attack. Hey, Conrad. One more thing. Don't want you to hear from anybody else. Oh, looks like I'm not standing in for the chief after all. What? Why? The higher up said that they had reason to believe that I tried to hack the CDI's database. Oh, how come? I have no clue. I'd never do something like that. I wouldn't even know how. I told them as much, but they said that a commission of inquiry will need to have a closer look. Apparently, someone used my login to try an attack on our network. Shit, Conrad. I just hope that I didn't do that. Hey, I'm sure this is some sort of misunderstanding. Yeah, it must be. Or whatever. I'll talk to you later, Conrad. I'm not taking that back. Ugh. Okay, let's get on the train. The train! Go to sleep. Okay. No. Hello, this is Ed, the guy from the harbor. Wanted to thank you again for buying me my spot bag. Had a beer in the herring tonight with my friends Fred and Quinn. I'll buy you one too if you're ever at the harbor. Ed. Okay, now that I'm here at this point, I could go to sleep, or I could see something. 1 second. Here, I can't go back to the fucking briefing. Low-key, y'all. I'm sorry. I really don't think I would not have fumbled that if I did not confuse Cox and Moore. So, where are we at? Talk to Gary and the chief. Okay, beautiful. I apologize to the VOD watchers, but I am restarting this from this point. Hello, Conrad. How can I help you? I wanted to say goodbye. It was good working for you. Thank you, I appreciate it. I'd have to admit, I'm surprised by your decision. It's not like you could have done much more to protect Banny. Come on, Conrad. We both know that doesn't matter. Heads needed to roll for this. Chief. The AG fired you over something else, didn't she? I overheard your conversation yesterday. Why are you telling me this? It didn't sound like you were arguing about Bandy's death. You are aware that you can be suspended for eavesdropping on your superiors? In fact, it seemed like you were suspecting the AG of something. Is that the real reason why she wanted to get rid of you? This one is out of your league. Just respect the chain of command. I see. Chief, why did we arrest Cox? I mean, it looks like it was the right call. But we didn't know that at the time. And why didn't you give us the arrest order yourself? The AG didn't tell me why she wanted to do it, so I refused to give the order. So you don't know either? No. It seems like it's classified, same as the information on that stick. I see. I'll have to pack up my things now. I wish you all the best for your career at the CDI. Thank you. Your cell contacts haven't changed lately, have they? Haven't changed in years. Good. My girl. Okay, now we're gonna go down here and talk to Gary. That was unexpected. Fuck, I can't believe I'm standing in for the chief. I never thought they would pick me. I'll have to call my wife. Guess I'll be doing some overtime in the next few days. Don't you think it's strange that the AG fired him? Got to admit, she never really liked him. Maybe she was waiting for an opportunity. But someone had to get fired for Baney's death just for the optics, don't you think? Maybe. But the chief always did an excellent job. It didn't have to be him. I'm not thrilled about it either, but we should focus on the Liberator's threat. I don't want to start my new job with a string of terror attacks. Let's recap what we got so far. Listen up, squad. Time for a little wrap-up. I suppose you're all as surprised as I am about our chief's sudden retirement. However, we need to focus on the Liberators and their plans now. Let's go over everything we've got so far once more. Jovia's Foreign Minister Banny was shot last night by a sniper who goes by the name of Boyd. Boyd then went to see a woman called Zora, which seems to have been a deviation from their original plan. He convinced her to hand him a stick with confidential stolen data. The next morning, Boyd met another man to hand him that data, Abraham Gonzalez, CEO of the Jovian company Power Up. We were able to extract a deleted message from Gonzalez's cell, which proves that someone paid him to fetch the stick and send the data to an unknown address once he was outside the Gyarian network. This leads us to believe that the data cannot be sent unnoticed via the web, which applies only to the best kept secrets of the Gyarian government. We don't know who paid either of them, but the message to Gonzalez was sent via an encrypted channel on the Mercurius network. That means that it must be one of the higher-ups of a large, publicly traded company. We don't know what was on the data stick because we haven't been cleared for access yet. Yesterday morning, an anti-Soviet terror group calling themselves the Liberators publicly broadcast a video in which they claimed responsibility for Banny's murder. They also announced a second attack within 48 hours. The broadcast was sent from the AdSpot building. They operate all of the billboards across the city. At the time the video started, the building was being guarded by a Cox security employee. We have reason to believe that the perpetrator was another employee of that same company, James Moore. His wife says that he went on a holiday at Minami Tree Resort, but he never turned up there. We are currently running a planet-wide search for him, but without success so far. The CEO of Cox Security, Albert Cox, opened fire on Agent Conrad and myself when we went to arrest him. Where were you arresting Cox? It was an order from the Attorney General. Conrad convinced Cox to surrender. We arrested him and brought him in for questioning. He had been in the process of destroying hard drives before we arrived. Our IT department is currently trying to restore what's left of the data. Do you think that Cox is a key figure behind the Liberators? He certainly is involved with them in the same way, but he doesn't have access to the Mercurius network. 1 second. We have to assume that there is some bigger fish behind Cox. What's also strange is that he is a Soviet himself. He grew up on Jovia. Our current priority is to prevent any further attacks. Colroy, I want you to support the ongoing manhunt for James Moore. Young, we brought some stuff back from Cox's office. Work your magic on it, let us know if you find something. Saito, you keep gathering as much information as you can on the prime suspects. Conrad, you should check whether you can establish a motive behind why Moore would support the Liberators. Oh, whatever. Take a look at all the evidence we got, including the information Saito put on our pin board. You should also have a chat with Cox. We brought him to the interrogation room in the basement. Roger that. We also brought our sniper in for a second round of questioning. You can give it another try and see if you can get something out of him. Gonzalez surrounded himself with lawyers. Could be a while until we can interrogate him again. That's all for now. Come back to me when you got something. Okay. So, I have reason to believe that Morris's motive is his sick wife. This $10,000 salary, quote unquote salary payment, is very suspicious. But yeah, he was born on Venus. He's got some implants. He has no faith. It has to be his wife. 1 second. Now that I know that though, let me go back to sheets. What does this say? Nationalism, drug addiction, and a sick wife. There's no way it's not the sick wife. What drugs? He literally has an implant with him that is that makes him immune to mind-altering drugs. As shown here, the brain enhancement has resistance against mind-altering drugs in an extended field of view. So it cannot be either his nationalism or a drug addiction, because he cannot get addicted to the drugs that he got the implant for. Okay. So, yes. I'm not gonna fumble that again. Let's go over here to Mr. Boyd. But yeah, I'm gonna do the same dialogue options because there's no reason not to. Long time no see. Still not the talkative type, huh? Okay, listen up. Things have changed since we last spoke. I turned off the camera so we could talk freely. Your people have kidnapped my daughter to extort me. Last night, your friend Zora came to my house to talk to me. But don't get your hopes up. It's about money, not your freedom. She gave me a message for you. What message? I'll tell you if you help me with Laura. If you're bullshitting me, I'm not. What exactly do you want me to do? Looks like I'm pretty much locked up in here. Who are those guys you and Zora are working for? We both know I can't give you any details. We're mercenaries. That's all I can say. Where do they keep Laura? I have no clue. We have a bunch of hideouts in the city and the whole solar system. I don't even know all of them. And the whole... That's a pretty huge organization you're a part of. We're not just some thugs. We're professionals. You want me to help you? I'll give you one piece of advice. Do what they tell you. If I do, will I get her back? We usually keep our end of the bargain. Why are they blackmailing you? The people who asked you to shoot Bandy won't pay them because we prevented the handover. Now they want me to help them get the data back. I see. You said you had a message for me? The moon rises in the south. The fact that I met at George Plaza He was pretty sure he got his assignment from someone in the Telanian business. Gonzalez. Okay, sorry. And Nat is starting, so I have to. I'll tell Zora that the sun sets in the north. Good luck with your daughter. Thank you. Okay. Before we move on to Boyd's, I have to take a little BRB break. Everybody get some water, get a stretch on, and I'll be back in 3. Welcome back from the ads. Okay. So, now when we talk to Cox over here, I'm pretty sure, I got all my information right the first time, so I can just talk to him again. But the sheet, don't fumble. Good afternoon, Mr. Cox. I'd like to ask you a few questions. I'm waiting for my legal team. You fired out my partner and me. Care to explain? I probably don't need to tell you that you didn't make the best first impression on us. Your behavior and your company's involvement in yesterday's broadcast make it look like you're somehow involved with the Liberators. A quick look at your biography showed that you are a Saviant. And you grew up on Drovia. It doesn't make sense that you'd support an anti-Saviant terror group. 25 years ago, you moved to Gyara. Why? Sometimes life forces us to do things we don't want to. You don't like it here? I don't. Why not? Why did you ask that yourself and your fellow Gyarians? You consider Jovians your enemy, and Savian's backwards radicals. If you have the choice between hiring a Gyarian or a Drovian, you hire the Gyarian. All the missions we ever get come from Drovia. Why haven't you gone back then? Because my compatriots are happy to have a reliable partner for the companies here on Gyara. We escort their goods, offer them personal security, you name it. Your parents had a security company as well, didn't they? It was responsible for security at Sector 2. Looks like they didn't do such a good job, with Sector 2 blowing up and all. You know nothing about my parents. I've already said enough. I'll wait for my lawyers now. Okay. No, I got all the information I need. So when I go back up over here, I'm gonna submit this fucking sheet. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Oh yeah, I definitely read this. Reading that again. Okay, anyways. Morris' motive is most likely his sick wife. Nothing else points to anything besides his wife. He doesn't have a drug addiction. So now we're taking it or leaving it. That's probably going to be the only time I select the chapter. Oh. Conrad. I just read your sheet on Moore. Looks like a motive can be established. You should pay his wife another visit. She didn't seem to know anything yesterday. Maybe she'll tell you more if you confront her with her husband's motive. Roger that. See you there. Okay. Let's go enter the train. And then I hear my cat yelling for something, so I'll go ahead and take care of that in a second. Whew. Yeah, this is still... Okay. I will be right back.
Once again enveloped by the smell of the market, I thought back to the man I had been when Kat had brought me here. How did it all go so wrong? Deep down, I knew the answer. I was just too scared to commit to my family. It was so much easier to care about something that didn't have to like you back. That wouldn't go away if you didn't want it to. For me, that was my job. But ironically, protecting myself like that only made it hurt so much worse. Now that Laura was out of my reach, the pain of being separated was only amplified by the knowledge that I had missed so many opportunities to be with her.
Okay, so now, if I actually have the right motivation, will she glean anything from me? Yeah, I really went up to her face and was like, his nationalism. Girl, that was so... that was hilarious. Anyways, now I got some information, girly. Hello, Mrs. Moore. Oh, it's you again. Hello. Sorry to disturb you a second time, but I need to ask you a few more questions. So, you're still after my husband? I told you he's on vacation on Themis. He isn't. We checked the ID scanners at all spaceports on Gyara and Themis. He never left the planet. You must have overlooked something. Listen, I love James, but he's just a poor devil. Shouldn't the CDI be taking care of the big fish? James isn't one of them. I think you are underestimating your husband. He might be about to make a grave mistake. Did you see the Liberator's video yesterday? Was hard to miss, yeah. We have reason to believe that your husband is affiliated with them. Seriously? That's what you came up with? He might have sold drugs or started a fight once or twice, but this is completely out of his league. We did some research, and it seems like your husband has a strong motive. Your husband is being paid for the attack, and he needs the money for your medication. See, now that makes more sense, because he got 10,000 fucking giblies out of nowhere for his quote-unquote salary. But we already saw what his salary was that he was getting paid, which was 600, like, bi-weekly or something. So, 10,000? 600? That's a bit of a difference there. It's true that I suffer from a lung condition, but we've always managed. If he carries out this attack and we catch him, he goes to prison for life. If we get him before, the sentence will be significantly less severe. Did you also find out how I got my condition? I was a miner at Milix Mining on Themis. Turned out that I was inhaling harmful gases for months every day. The bosses knew about it, but the money was too good. Hundreds of people's lungs were irreversibly damaged. And you know what? Milix got away with it. They were cleared of all charges. No compensation at all. We have to pay for our medicine ourselves. Why are you going after my husband and not after people like them? I'm really sorry that happened to you, but there's nothing I can do about it right now. What we can do is stop your husband from doing something really stupid. We have reason to believe that he is involved in an imminent terror attack. If there's anything you didn't tell me, I need to know right now. What happens if you're right and you catch him? He would probably go to prison for a few years, but it would be much worse if we caught him after the fact. I saw a message on his cell. I saw a message on his cell before he left. It was a booking confirmation from a hotel, but it wasn't on Themis. It was the Korean hotel here on Gyara. I thought he might be cheating on me. He booked it until tomorrow. Thank you, Mrs. Moore. You've been very helpful. Promise me he won't get hurt. He's an idiot, but he's a good guy. Please, I need him. I promise to do my best, okay? My daughter's on the line too. I'll promise I do my best to protect him. Listen, I'm pregnant. If he's about to do something stupid, remind him of our unborn son. That will make him consider his decisions. I will. Thank you for your help. Yeah, like the whole pregnancy. I'm sorry, I looked at your fucking bank statement, so I know all this already.
I didn't even need to look that up. It was directly next to the Grand Church at Korean Square, one of the most important houses of prayer for Sabians.
Bro, I didn't want to take a
Gyara.
fucking toke.
It probably would be crowded with believers and tourists tomorrow morning. No doubt it was the Liberator's next target. The rush of making progress in the case only lasted a few moments, until I realized that now I had to make a tough decision. If I told Zora about the target, I couldn't tell the CDI, and vice versa.
What? Target? Okay, wait, hold on. Where do you want me to go? We're going back to the train. Controller! Decisions. Hey. Oh, right, I forgot this happened. Fuck. You startled me. What do you want? Checking in with how your investigation is going. But not here. Too crowded. Follow me. Come on, I know a spot. Clemmy. This is better. The hell are you doing here? Are you following me? I told you I'd get back to you. Anything new on our client or what they're planning to do next? Right, it even gave me this option last time because I didn't even have the answers. So... fuck. I'll tell her. I might know where the next attack is taking place. Good. Where is it? I can't just tell you that. Well, and I can't protect your daughter if you won't work with us. You need to tell us where and when the attack is taking place. We'd like to have a chat with the people carrying it out, but there can't be any CDI at the scene. Are you saying your people will prevent the attack? We'll take with us the people who are trying to carry it out. People's lives are at stake here. The CDI needs to intercept that attack. Laura's life is certainly at stake. What are you planning on doing with the attackers? What will happen to them? We will ask them who they're working for. You just ask them and let them go? Don't worry about that. We won't let them go through with their plans. Listen, I don't play about Laura, so I guess I should tell her the location. I suspect there will be an attack at the Grand Church at Corian Square tomorrow morning. Is that the truth? It's what I think is the truth. Good. Thank you. Remember not to tell anyone at the CDI. I did what you asked. Are you letting Laura go now? Not yet. Let's wait and see how things play out tomorrow. You want a beer? No. A beer? Are you out of your mind? What? You think I poisoned it or something? I thought you said humans were good. Have a little faith. I'm not drinking it. Hey, listen. Did you deliver my message? I did. What did he say? He said, the sun sleeps in the north. Okay, thank you. Are we done here? You know, I thought about what you said. I don't think I'm good, or ever have been, but I will say this. I talked to your daughter today. She's a good kid. I do not like the prospect of her getting hurt. So please, don't mess up. How can you... Then get her out of there, please. Will you... My boss won't let that happen. It's all in your hands. If all goes well tomorrow and the guy talks, we might get everything we need. If we can get to the client that way, we'll have to get the data after... If we can't get to the client that way, we'll have to get the data after all. In that case, you'll have to help us with the hack. The back door was set up successfully from your cell. I hope it was worth it. Gary will have to face consequences for it. You really threw him under the bus there. I guess you're not so righteous after all. Fuck you. This was your doing much more than mine. Unlike you, I never said I was a good person. I feel bad enough about it as it is, okay? I had to protect Laura. If they had traced it back to me and fired me over it, I would have been worthless for you. And for Laura. Oh, please. You didn't want to risk your own ass. No matter what you tell yourself, at the end of the day, you do what you do for your own gain. Sometimes it's a few layers removed, but in the end, it's all selfishness with extra steps. I disagree. This is just a convenient way to justify the fucked up things you do. Nihilism can be used as a shield, just like faith. It's convenient to say nothing matters because it makes being in this world hurt a little less. But even you don't like the thought of harming Laura, do you? I think you're doing your best to ignore your conscience. You will have to face it at some point. Not if I die first. Well, this has been fun. Break is over. I have some business to take care of. I'll let you know tomorrow how it went. Okay, that felt a lot better to me. Much, much better. Here we go. Conrad, how did it go? Any news from Moore's wife? No, not really. If Moore is behind all this, then she doesn't know about it. Fuck. The attack's going down tomorrow morning, and we still have no clue what it's going to be. How is it possible that we don't get a grip on those fuckers? Looks like the only thing we can do is rip up security all over Gyara, and hope that they won't go through with their attack. Hey, Conrad. One more thing. Don't want you to hear it from anybody else. Looks like I'm not standing in for the chief after all. What? Why? The higher-ups said that they had a reason to believe that I tried to hack the CDI's database. Oh, how come? I have no clue. I'd never do something like that. I wouldn't even know how. I told them as much, but they said that a commission of inquiry will need to have a closer look. Apparently, someone used my login to try an attack on our network. Shit, comrade. I just hope that I won't be... I didn't do that. Hey, I'm sure this is some sort of misunderstanding. Yeah, it must be. Well, whatever. I'll talk to you later, comrade. Yeah, I'm still not taking that back. What's done is done is done. But yeah. We're gonna go talk to Kat, head to sleep, and that will be the end of this part for sure.
I felt like shit for letting Zora and her accomplices intercept the attack. There were so many ways this could go wrong. I didn't want them to take more, or worse yet, somehow miss him and let the attack happen. Don't get me wrong, I didn't regret telling Zora what I knew to protect Laura, but endangering the lives of innocent people wasn't an acceptable trade-off. I couldn't tell the CDI, or even call in an anonymous tip with the police, because the chance was too high that Zora would suspect me. There was no other way. If I wanted to make sure things didn't go south, I had to go to the church myself. I left in the middle of the night, hoping it wasn't already too late.
Oh, wow. Completely different. Okay, actually, I'm gonna leave this then. I do not know. See, that's what happens when you have the right fucking information. The game completely changed. Okay. Let me read this email. Oh, it's the same guy. Hello, this is Ed, the guy from the harbor. Wanted to thank you again for buying me my spot back. Had a beer in the Herring tonight with my friends Fred and Quinn. I'll buy you one too if you're ever at the harbor. Ed. Okay. Enter the church. Okay. We are gonna leave this for next time. We're gonna figure out what's gonna happen then. But for right now, this is the end of part 2. I hope you enjoyed, and I will be back with this game, I think, next week, maybe? I might play some other games, because I have a lot of games that I'm playing, but this game will be back for sure in the coming weeks. But that's enough for me for now. And bye-bye!